Test, test, cheers, cheers, cheers. I missed call. I almost thought about going on TikTok live, but take my live capabilities away once upon a time. I think I done forgot how to go live. Yeah, I think it, wow. Forgot, maybe they took it away. Got up that almost 1,100 followers. Let's see. I think they took it away. This is the very reason why I don't deal with them. Sorry for the silence, y'all. I'm out here trying to see if I can go live on TikTok while I'm live on here, and I don't think I can. I think they took my capabilities away. I thought my capabilities was granted. They said something about some policy stuff. I was playing Call of Duty, and I streamed it on a live network. It's not like I haven't seen Call of Duty streamed or any game like that streamed on their network. It said something about hateful events and banned me from going live. Wait, I might have figured it out. Let me see. Capabilities. I think they took away my life capabilities.
Yo, 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 yo.
They
took away Chris' live capabilities.
How did they take away my like capabilities, I have almost 1,100 followers. And the requirement is 1,000. With 55.9K likes.
And we are back for another week. I forgot to turn the lights on. We got to turn the lights on in here. Welcome to America's Mind, America's favorite show. I'm Jamal Williams.
I'm Christopher Barris. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so it looked like we didn't pay the electricity bill, but I promise you it's on. I promise you it's on. What's going on, Chris? Hold on, not that. What's the button? That's the button. There we go. Let me turn these on.
Well, I'm not doing that. I was trying to spread the word. But, oh yeah, you know, it's all to the good. I ain't even gonna complain. Kinda. Sorta.
We got electricity.
Something like that.
We got electricity.
Oh, you done got it good. Where's just one light now?
Yeah.
Hey, you used to be like 3. Your phone?
What's up, people? We still fumbling in here. We still fumbling.
Fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
I put it somewhere. Sheesh.
Oh, I don't know. I saw you walk in the kitchen. Maybe it's in there. I sip on this. No alcohol. It's just actual great pomegranate juice. So
yeah, it's in the kitchen. And my headphones ain't plugged in. I'm like, why can't I hear? We always fumbling, people. I'm
not gonna lie. Like,
we go out this together one day.
Some people, you know what? Some streams they make a show of all of the what is it, bloopers or whatever. And that's like our show. Like,
it's all bloopers.
Yeah, like,
is that a compliment or?
It's a wonderful compliment because you know what I'm saying. That shows people that we don't have scripts out here. You know. This is real life scenarios, real life situations out here. You know what I mean? I'm speaking. How
you do it? Did we did the intro already? I think we should do it again.
All right.
3, 2, 1, action. Hey, we are back for another week. We're glad to have you with us. I'm Jamal Williams.
And I am Christopher Barris.
We are America's Mind, America's favorite show.
Because you guys told us so.
Yeah, see, that's how it's supposed to go. I don't know what that first thing was.
Hey.
Whatever, man.
So, you know what? So, I'm just got a burst of energy. Maybe it's a drink. Maybe it's because I'm on here. I'm feeling good now. Just a burst of energy. But before
it's the coffee.
Hot dog. The mic, like Macho Man said, who he said it to Hulk Hogan. So, what's good with you, man? How's everything? How was your week?
Good. Everything's good.
Okay.
Feeling great.
Okay. That's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. Week was good. It was smooth. It was easy. That's how you want it to be.
From a man's perspective, absolutely. Not saying women don't like that, but
I didn't have to spend any randoms amount of money on something that just came up.
Come out with a paperback little novel or something.
Knock on wood.
I had to come out with a paperback. How'd you do that?
I don't know. Just nobody called me about nothing. And I was like, okay. Got through it.
Hey. Days like that is what we want. And I'm not saying that bias. I'm saying that just in general, like no problems. Fabulous, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That is a wonderful week.
Shout out to my daughter too, because that's a big accomplishment for her.
Because she I got the inside.
It's a big accomplishment for her too. I don't know how she made it.
Maybe she need to come out with a book.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, my daughter's not as old as yours, but she'll get there, and I know she's gonna tear me apart too.
Oh yeah.
Taylor might have access directly into my account. Like she
might have her own card.
Yeah, she's like that good. She's some kind of way to swindle me into that. And I'd be like, well, I could have swore I had something more than this, and she got me.
She done been on Amazon.
Jordan's expensive too. My son is he's like me too. We don't like a lot of things, but when we like something, it costs a lot. That's him.
Male hobbies are expensive.
Yeah.
I've been looking into getting into one, and I was like, this is gonna be expensive. I wanted to do archery. I wanted to get a bow and just shoot in the backyard. And I started looking up bows. Psh, it's not.
You know what? There was something that I discovered. I wanted to do a bucket list. There's a underwater hotel.
I seen that. It's like in the Maldives or somewhere.
Yeah, and I think there's one like in Florida and a couple other places, so like that. Dude, they want like 50 stacks though a night.
50 a night? Well, for
to
go to sleep and wake up?
We're gonna be there for a month. Yeah, they was talking about rules start at 50 a night. I said,
regular people can enjoy life like rich people.
Like, you know what? Like, I still want to do it. Hopefully, by the time I'm able to do it, it'd be more reasonable.
Like 50 and then 3 more zeros.
I looked up on
for
Google
like a day,
like twice to just double verify to see that I was not mistakenly seeing what I saw. And I said, because it's considered luxury too.
Of course, you in an underwater hotel. It sounds luxurious. And
I think it's like more like an apartment or like a mini house underwater. So it's like you have like, and that's cool too. But I'm like, y'all could sum it down to just one great room for me, and I'm good with that. Like you know,
it's really the underwater, being underwater and living down there is the thing that draws.
Yeah, exactly.
So they just adding all the extras on it, so you could be super comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Like you could just put me like at a disco ball.
I want to do it though.
Absolutely, it's on my bucket list. Like I was like, I'm doing that.
Yeah, so that being said, if you here with us, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so YouTube can bother you every time we go on, because we trying to go to the underwater hotel in the Maldives, and y'all can help us get there. Yeah, especially since we have our we're having our tip-a-thon that we're calling it. So if you go in the description, hit the tip button. You can leave us like $1, $5, or whatever is in your graces to give us. Oh yeah, because we're begging right now. Yeah, we're trying to get to the Maldives. We try to spend $50,000 a night in the Maldives. So, and we can't do it without your support because we regular people.
So like what Sparky said on what was that? Little Rascals, come on, we need your money.
We need your money.
I'm joking, but
people, we need your money. And then I'm not joking. You always joking, and I be serious.
That one sign, and they got all that money. They're like, "What did you do?" He's like, "We just had this sign. They just started giving us money." Little Rascals is classic.
It's a classic movie.
The original one is good, but the remake first one is classic.
I watched that like recently, like a few months ago, and I'm like, some of this stuff you can't really say today.
Absolutely.
And this was a kids movie at the time.
My kids loved that.
And they were getting away. They was running with the jokes. I was like, oh, you can't say that.
Oh yeah. Don't even get me activated on that.
He-Man woman hater. This is He-Man woman haters club.
Like no girls allowed. Like, you know, they just blatantly.
They never make that movie. And No Girls Allowed movie?
It was like a No Girls Allowed clubhouse. Like, and her whole mission as a girl was like
to get in the clubhouse.
To get in there. It was nothing spectacular in there. Just the fact that they just couldn't, they wasn't allowed in there.
And Alfalfa was messing up. All the other dudes in the club, the He-Man Woman's Haters Club, they were like, no girls allowed. Alfalfa gotta be the sweetheart.
It was crazy. He had the nerd swag, but he had juice though. Like, you would have thought he'd been the last one to get the girls, or even be trying to be on it.
Alfalfa had the women's
the suspender.
He had them on the boat with the apple juice popping the bottles.
He
like shit, Alfalfa.
With the dates, like.
But this girl was like, if you really like me, you will take me to have lunch at your clubhouse.
My daughter would have never got away with that at all. I've been all over that. Like, man, I've been out there. Man, hold on, man. Where they at? On a boat.
But look what happened, though. She was the downfall of the clubhouse. He took her to have lunch at the clubhouse. The boys found out. They tried to sabotage him. Clubhouse ended.
And then they lost the
burning
car.
It down.
Like, that was
her fault, too.
Like, they lost the car.
Man.
Oh, with the dollar on the duck.
This all Alfalfa fault. It's all Alfalfa's fault.
Hey, he blamed him for it.
Man,
He got all those. He gave him the pile of the bucket, like of like the clubhouse, the car, and he said it directly in his face. It is all your fault, like direct. Those were the good old days when you screwed up your friends good to your face. It was
all
like
your fault.
You messed this up for us. not that Twitter, Instagramming, behind the back, undermining slickster with the words, and you have to think, are they talking about me? What are they talking about? Like, no, your friends knocked on your door. Hey man, so I got in trouble because you did this.
And then this girl broke up with him. Darla broke up with Alfalfa.
Oh, for the guy they
Went with the rich
Bentley.
dude. Yeah, the rich dude
Trump
with the
was in
better
that.
car.
like they knew from young kids that car was expensive.
Yeah,
From the jump, they were just like, "Whoa, hold up!" Like.
they came in with the racing helmets and everything. The gear was expensive. It was like, what the hell is going on? They had built this car out of garbage.
He had a car that could not lose. Like it had rocket stuff on it.
Man,
They beat that car with a washer machine.
they put that together like in a day out of garbage.
That was
Remember, it had the spin cycle. It would spin around and go faster. The Little Rascals.
We wanted to. I know we're rambling on this, and it's just so funny, but I know because we kind of grew up in the area too, like in that. And
Put
it's like
together.
we wanted to make something like that so bad when we were kids. Like that'd have been a dream come true to like make a car that actually moves, like, you know what I mean, and just race. Like those are the times I do miss, you know, like actually being outside, you know.
We were reckless ass kids. Like when I think about some of the stuff,
yeah, like
I don't know how we didn't break bones or kill one of us because we would do crazy stuff.
yeah. That shout out to the WWF at the time, WWE. You know, they kept us on the grass screwing it up.
It's different times now. Kids don't even go outside. They don't play outside.
We used to see those wrestlers do those moves, and it was like, okay, so how can we do this without
Killing each other.
sitting my friend in the hospital? Like the safest way. We
And somehow,
all wanted to do a back body drop. Like, so dangerous.
oh my god.
So dangerous. Like,
The back body drop is when you run, the person's running towards you and you kind of duck down and scoop them
you
up and
just
push
throw
them
'em
into
over
the
your shoulder,
air.
yeah.
And they do a front flip
like
and land
easily
behind you.
6-7 feet in the air. Like,
I don't know how we
and
alive.
then even when the pros messed up, they would lie sideways and still look like it would just hurt. Like, ooh, gosh.
It all hurt.
Good
It
old
all
times. Appreciate you guys listening.
You want to put some goodies on? No, we're not starting with this. Let me see.
Yeah, you know, so I like to call them desserts.
We
you
are
know
going
what
to
I
talk
mean?
about Andrew Tate later, but let's start off with something lighter.
All right, so we got some dessert.
On the lighter end, what about this? So Virgin Atlantic is debuting their new uniforms that are, I guess, gender inclusive. They got the pins with the pronouns on them.
Oh, you said this was light?
Huh? Oh, yeah, this is light. This is playful. Playful.
Okay.
Look, you see the pronouns. She got her, she, her. When do you ever need to use this with a stewardess, though? That's like flying is already a pain in the butt. You already
with just going through security.
Yeah, you already in a metal tube, 40,000 feet in the air. I don't remember any time where I've been like, I've referred my stewardess as she, he, him, her. Like, who am I talking to? When are we having this conversation?
Like, when have we got away from the hello sticker and you wrote your name in the mark?
No, you remember my name is.
Yeah,
that's
like,
all we need. That's cool.
Like,
put a badge on with your name on it.
$5 gave you a bundle.
Look, this little name badge that says Michelle. That's all I need to know.
I can't even see that, but that's
all I
need to know.
I don't need to know the rest.
I don't like that's it. And that's
I
all.
need to know your name is Michelle, and do you have the Jack Daniels that I could pour with some Coke in it? Is that
like that? I'm like, I get the importance, but I don't get the emphasis of it. I'm just gonna stand on that, and I don't mean to be like that at all, because I'm not. I'm just saying like it, because it's like, for me, it's one or the other.
It's all people's feelings.
I get that, but it's one or the other. Either identify the person by their name, and then if you don't want to use your name like Prince, then you identify as this, and that's it.
It's all
it
people's
can't be
feelings.
like it can't be everything. It's too much abundance of stuff.
Everybody wants to be special.
Everyone is special.
Everybody's special.
Like so,
everybody's special.
We don't have to like put this on. Like, how many pedestals do we have to have here when it comes to certain things? It's like when you have a relay race, are you gonna have 10 number one pedestals? Like, come on. So what are we racing for? Like, that's what it starts to come into.
All right, we getting off subject. That's good.
I wanted to be involved in this campaign to affect change in this world. I have a trans non-binary child, so for me, changing the world is my...
And when did people start having trans non-binary childs? Like, when did that start happening? Why is it, that's why I think like some of this is a trend. Because for my whole childhood, there were definitely some people that I were like, you get the hint, like they're gonna be gay when they grow up. And it was fine.
Yeah.
But there weren't any and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember having an abundance of trans non-binary people around.
Like, I don't even know what it means, and I don't say that to be offensive
because it was just made up like 5 minutes ago.
This is I'm like, okay.
As children, when did we ever sit around talking about are we he's and hers?
Kids don't know nothing.
Nobody.
That's why they have adults that look over and oversee. We're parents ourselves.
The
we
adults
oversee
are supposed to be
what they do.
Yeah.
How they think. Our kids, even at a certain age, your kids can be like, "Oh, well, Mom, I think this," or "Dad, I think this." We'll be like, "You don't think that. Cut it out."
The adults don't do it anymore. Now the adults are like, the kid is.
Never mind.
It's the adults. It can't be the kid's fault. You can't blame this on kids. Because kids will be like, "I'm Spider-Man," and if the adult is like, "Yes, you are. You are Spider-Man."
Yeah, like I raised my daughter to be a princess. Like that's the whole princess, whatever princess vibe is. Like that's what I pump in Taylor.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he needs to hold the door open for you. Yeah, you need to walk on rose petals. Yeah, why not have glass slippers too? If you can hover over the gravel, so what? I'll buy you the machine that can do it.
But
like,
she can't actually go and live like a princess. She can't be like, "Where's my castle?"
No, absolutely. But it's more on like the treatment. That's what I want from her, to be treated that way.
That's interesting. I think that blends in a little bit.
That's my aim with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
My job is
I don't know.
mom and as a friend and an ally.
I like this though.
I feel fabulous, fierce, and
The uniforms are fresh.
I'm not even gonna cap
It made me want to work at Virgin. I'm like, are they hiring?
into the preppiness. Like this, I'm rocking with it.
Yeah.
I got zero complaints on the outfit.
Like, dude on the right over here, he look fresh.
I'm dressing like that next week.
I'm like, shoot, could I wear that to work?
ferocious. And I am ready to take flight.
Be Yourself campaign means absolutely everything to me. I get to be
The double-breasted
myself,
with
a
the blazer
non-binary
and the tie?
person.
Yeah, that's a win
I
for
have
me.
the choice of the uniform, which is a massively big thing. It's so important.
Okay, so look, I don't even. Look. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is how I feel about clothes in general. I'm gonna give you guys a deep dark secret of how I feel about clothes in general. If they are worn neatly and you're not looking sloppy and stuff like that, hey, kudo points. That's just how I feel about clothes. Like, clothes is an expression, but I feel like in this particular picture, I don't see nothing wrong if you look like it's clean. You look like you took your time to put it together. Like, you put some care behind it. I have nothing wrong with that.
Is it okay for me to be confused as like a straight black male?
I'm like, you can't.
That I don't even get the whole argument. Like, okay, so if we say like men and women are interchangeable, but also the idea is also that women wear dresses.
Well, see, if you go to certain parts
Like,
of the
if
world,
gender
they call them
is-
kilts, so it's like, and men wear that. So
Right, but if gender's not binary, then why are women associated with dresses? Then like the culture of women should be
Well, see, that's where I
non-binary
think-
too.
I said-
Is that
so
the idea?
I see exactly where you're going, and I agree with that. You don't do it with yourself. Do it with the accessories. So if I was in that realm, I would be like, I would identify, I want these clothes to be.
I'm trying to picture that version of Chris. It's difficult, but
Like,
it's funny.
if I was in that realm, I would say, like, what's very masculine? A leather jacket.
okay.
That's very masculine. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
I would be like, no. If I was in this
Cow-
realm
like
again,
leather,
like
alligator
everybody should be
boots.
able to wear this.
Alligator boots are masculine.
Yeah,
Women
like
don't
Harley
wear
Davidson
alligator.
boots.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in Levi's.
A leather vest.
Yeah, with a white V-neck.
All right,
Like
we there.
she should be able to wear that. And
Okay.
and I agree.
Sure.
I agree. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's how I feel about that. Like, in general.
But isn't that like, you see what we just did? We said what are masculine clothing, and so when the person says I'm non-binary or I identify as a man, but they were born a woman, they put on the masculine things. So already it's like you have pinpointed that there is such thing as masculinity. You want to associate yourself with it, and so you dress yourself
And
in
maybe
that
it's
thing.
designed like that on purpose, because see, I think our idea, what we're just saying right now, where it's like, you know what I'm saying, if you take the clothing itself and just remove the gender from the clothing, then that's going to eliminate a lot of the extra stuff, if that makes sense. Because if it's their own money that they're buying, I feel like they're free to buy whatever the heck they want to buy. So it's like, fine. Like, I'm not gonna, like,
I'm trying to think if that's possible.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
trying
say-
to think
I'm
if you can remove gender from clothing. I know there's cultural ranges. Like, you can go back in history and then you'll see men wearing, like you said, like kilts or whatever.
Yeah.
But even the culture of that was like a man warrior thing.
Yeah.
So even if the culture changes to kilts are going to be associated with men warriors.
No, I understand.
So and then women wouldn't wear kilts regularly.
So
right?
I think it's more deeper for them to change that. Then it's more so, but that's why I would say I would aim more for that.
That's what I'm like. Can you actually change the culture of masculinity and femininity?
Because like,
or are we always just naturally as people?
like I'll give people a secret, deep dark secret. When I was a kid,
a deep dark secret.
because see, what in our era when we bought jeans, all the boys' jeans were boot cut, right? There was no they were all boot cut.
Or regular or whatever.
Yeah, which the pant legs were straight.
Yeah, there were no slim fit or.
Now female jeans.
Well, there was, but they were just all. You would buy them to fit.
Like every boy that had jeans had that skater look because the jeans overlapped the shoes.
Got you.
So women's jeans were cut the same way, but around the ankles they tied in.
Mm-hmm.
So I would actually buy women Levi's because I didn't want my pants drooping over my shoes and then the dye bleeding on the tongue.
So you like tuck them into your Air Forces or whatever.
So if I didn't have women's jeans on, then I would use shoelaces and tie around my ankles so my jeans wouldn't bleed over my shoes.
You was doing a lot. You was fancy.
Oh yeah, that's why I say with the fashion, like I'm with the fashion. Like if you, I have no complaints. You know what I mean? Like with this.
I might. Let me finish watching it.
This policy allows everyone to have a seat at the table. It's not taking away from anyone, it's just allowing everyone from the community to just have a voice.
It's not about cancelling people, it's not about removing women or removing men, it's just about more inclusive language.
My pronouns are, to be fair, any pronouns, she, her, they, them. I feel great. I'm not gonna lie. I feel very swell. I put it on. I said, yeah. It just feels very much like me. Like I feel very affirmed in this. Like, I just feel like myself. I love it.
If we are clean and we are pressed and we are looking the way we're supposed to look, then why aren't we able to present as we identify? And that's what's so beautiful about Virgin Atlantic.
I don't get it. I don't have. Okay, so ultimately, me looking at it, I can't say that I have an issue.
So I have a different question. So, what's the prices of this, of the airline itself?
I do think it's spreading a culture though, because like I said, like when things are a certain way, then you don't have like how much is that needed? Like how often do you get on a plane and you're like, this person is non-binary, possibly, like, because that's a small percentage of the population, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're doing things like that, all you're doing is pushing it to be trendy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I don't understand.
I mean, these waters it's hard to just tread in and talk in a sense. You know, I like ultimately I don't have an issue with it.
Not to me. I just say what I want.
For me,
I'll get banned.
I just look at just what's the big emphasis. That's just me. You know what I mean? Because see, when I think about that, I automatically go into the sexual preference of what the person prefers, and that doesn't.
But
it shouldn't affect me.
We all know what it is. Like America has too much privilege. Like I've said it before. We're too comfortable. We don't have any like real issues. So now we're making up issues. We're just making up stuff to do. We're inventing types of people at this point. Because we don't like as. I'm not saying there aren't poor people or homeless people, but as a country, we are literally the richest nation, the richest and most prosperous nation that has ever existed in human history.
No, I agree.
And this is what it looks like when your society is so prosperous. You don't have to worry about your house getting bombed. You don't have to worry about Vikings showing up on your doorstep to pillage your village or anything.
Yeah.
You don't really worry about anything. We're not worried about anybody showing up to the shores of America and declaring war.
Yeah. No, you're right about that.
So we just get to sit around and binge watch Netflix and come up with stuff to have problems about.
Yeah. And I feel like there's bigger fish to fry. That's my personal opinion. I always gonna feel like that when it comes to certain things, especially in the field of work that I live in. I mean, work in and things like that, blah, 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 yada, yada. You know what I mean? There's bigger fish to fry. That's just how I feel.
Are there, though?
Huh?
Are there?
I believe so.
Because eventually this is all going to come back to the things that we talk about in general. Like when we say modern women or modern men or modern families.
I think that even that's a subject matter that, I would say that bigger fish to fry maybe needs to be a little bit more of that. The homelessness, certain things like that, turnovers, turnovers and things in jobs in general, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, the list could go on and on, in my opinion. And then maybe it will come up to these other things too that are being exercised. So
I think they all blend together.
I mean, some could knock out others if you tackle them. You know what I mean? Some are bigger than others that will trickle down to some other things that knock some things down.
Alexa, shut up. Who even set her off? Nobody said her name. I think she just be listening to us talking. Like, I want to say something.
Yeah, they need to butt in.
Can I say something too? Like, no.
Like, excuse me, guys. Listen. So look. But Virgin Airlines, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Shout out to them for that.
Okay.
You know what?
I think they're doing too much, but I don't like it. I don't have any quarrels. I think they're pandering a lot.
I'm more. When I if I started getting more in depth, if there's a lot of energy on that, this flight better be good. This flight better be reasonable. This flight better be comfortable. There better be like you guys better have some excellence in some categories, because it's just like with a car with a bunch of features. They sell you cars now with so many features, right? Does the car run good at the end of the day? Does it give me good gas mileage at the end of the day? If somebody hits the car, am I safe? Is my family safe in the car at the end of the day? Like, those are like the things that I go with that. So like with this, yes, I salute them for taking the chance, taking a step forward to wanting to do something different.
We see this completely different. I don't think they're taking any chances. I think as it's beneficial to you as a business to do this. When you want to appeal to like the crowd, and the crowd is progressive at this point, especially like a Hollywood mainstream crowd are progressive liberals. All you're doing is appearing to be virtuous in doing something like this. They're not taking a risk. This isn't the 80s. This is like what this is almost like you have to do this, or we're like your business we'll cancel your business.
In that vision, no, then I agree with you. No, I agree. I have no pushback on that. Like when you broke it down like that. No, I agree. Like,
yeah, there's no bravery. The bravery would be like, bravery would be like what Dave Chappelle did, and like or how Netflix supported Dave Chappelle after he had his special and he got pushed back, and they were like, we're gonna keep it up there. He can say what he wants. That's bravery nowadays. This is just pandering. This is pandering to popular culture.
I agree. We're gonna put the stamp on that.
So
pandering it is. Yeah. But I do like the
like the song though.
Slap low-key a little bit.
What is it about that music that's like that's LGBT?
That's driving music. That's techno music right there. Yeah. Dude, you can hop in a car.
You know what my favorite thing that gay dudes do? You know one of my favorite thing that gay dudes do? You ever see them do that dance where they're flailing their arms and whatnot, and then they just drop to the ground with a leg out? I could watch those videos forever. I want to look one up because y'all got to know what I'm talking about. I don't know why they do this. It's like their tribal dance or whatnot. But I like watching that. Just like you said, if you were in that community, if I was in that community, I would be one of those dudes that did the flailing arm and drop. They just dropped like they passed out.
Show me after the show and stuff. Like, I think I know what you're talking about.
All right, hold on. We gotta stop the show and hold the show for a minute so I can find this. I don't even know what to type in. I don't know what to type in. Like if I type gay dudes dropping, is YouTube gonna show me what I want?
Your Google search is gonna.
Yeah, they might be like, nah, you're canceled. I'm like, no, I was trying to find this one thing. I'm looking for the specific type of dance. Hold on. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I'm searching for.
I think I know what you're talking about, though.
We'll see. Hold on.
But why he's doing that? I mean, those that's watching, tonight, right? Is what? Hey, so
I think this is it. Hold on. Let me see.
What's your thoughts on this video?
Yeah,
put it in the chat. I don't know what that's called, but I
don't know what this is called either.
Yeah, they do. I'm not gonna generalize all of them like that, but I've seen that.
Now I'm finna put this on the screen.
You put this on the screens? Okay,
we finna put this on the screen.
About this?
How do I do this? They gotta see what I'm talking about. Some people know.
Maybe
it's
just called a catwalk, but then I don't think it's a catwalk either. It starts off as that.
I don't know what is. No, that's not what I want to show. Oh, come on. I might need to make it a sec.
You say what?
I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I'm just laughing at the video while watching it at the same time.
All right, while he's figuring it out. So yeah, you guys' thoughts on the last video, if you guys don't mind, if you guys not too busy listening to that. And the third, how you guys feel about that. So Virgin Airline, basically, you're free. The employees are free to dress how they want. I have really no pushback on that. But yeah, leave a comment. What you guys think about it?
Oh yeah, that's it. There we go. There we go.
So he's digging. He found it. I think he's trying to find.
How do I make this? Oh, I just got. Now I'm tripping.
I'm looking at it, so I'm just smiling because it's interesting.
This right here, yo.
That you brought this up. So,
like whatever that shit is. That's one of my favorite things that gay dudes do.
I don't know what it's.
It's like a fainting dance. It's like, you ever see birds doing mating dances and they just look awkward? I feel like this is like the gay mating dance. Like they just walk up to each other and do this. Is that how it works? Like you go up and you wave your arms around and flail, then you faint on the ground, and then like, you're the one.
Like how he did like a lot of spins, and he's not dizzy.
Like you could see what I noticed is, I'm trying to analyze this like a sports commentator. You can do a lot of things in between as long as your arms are flailing and your hands are just waving. Like,
so maybe that's the trademark.
You gotta have spirit hands, and your arms gotta be waving in weird ways. But the stamp on it, like what makes you good or bad at this, is the way that you pass out. Right? Like all the extra stuff is like, oh, wait till I pass out, and everybody goes crazy when you pass out. Like wave. Okay. I think there should have been one more pass out. If I was a judge,
this is him.
If I was a judge,
I'm just here.
This not entertaining to you? If I was a judge judging this, I'd be like, okay, good flailing, hand waving, cool, hand waving. All right, let's see the pass out. I don't know. That's like a 7 pass out, yo. It's like a 7 pass out. I like the oh, okay, we got some bigness in here. Let's see what's going on. Good flailing. I like the flailing. All right, oh, that's what I'm talking about. If this was the Olympics, that's what I want to see. He had a little jump with. Oh, snap! That's what I'm talking about. Man, see, this should be an Olympic sport. This should be we canceling the rest of the topics for the show. We're just gonna watch.
I don't have any comments at this time.
We're just gonna watch gay dudes doing this runway dance for the rest of the show. Wait, look at this one. Oh yeah. So this is Kobe of the sport right here. Kobe, and let's see the pass out. Oh, with a breakdance move in it. That's what I'm talking about. That's a 10.
I'm mildly curious. What is that move? Because everyone does have it. Yeah,
I don't know, but it's so entertaining for whatever reason. If
anybody knows what that move is called, please share. We're not clowning, but now I'm mildly curious.
I'm
because I've actually seen about 4 people do that. I'm like, wait, what is that?
I'm genuinely entertained by whatever that's called. It's not clowning or nothing. Like I've sat in my living room looking at my phone watching this by myself, wondering what is going on. What the hell was happening?
I don't even know nothing about it.
Man, me and you both, but whatever.
Yes, I'm in the dark. All right. What's next? What's some more dessert?
Before we get to that,
all right,
and it's the last time I'm gonna tell you. If this is your first time here, your second time, last time, hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button to help us out, and hit the notification bell so YouTube can bother you every time we get online, and you'll be able to be a part of the Hive Mind on America's Mind, because that's what our fan base is called. That's our tribe, the Hive Mind.
Yeah.
Not because we all think a lot alike, but because it sounds trendy and cool, and that's what we're trying to be, just like everybody else. Let's get to some jacket talk. I think that would be good.
What is it like if you can pinpoint what women are like? Ugh, I hate you.
All right, so once again, we're back entertaining the show.
We'll see if I'm gonna be leaned back in my seat. Let's see what happens.
All right, so I forget what this show is called. I'll try and put it in the description if I remember. But the young lady who went viral for basically being a traditional wife.
Okay.
I think she goes by Real Femme Sapien or something like that on Instagram and YouTube.
Okay.
Interesting young girl. So this is featuring her. We'll see what they talk about.
Okay.
Let's run it.
Buddy, Adam, whoever, because you like Andrew Tate, can you pinpoint what precisely triggers women?
Maybe the age thing. Maybe the fact that he just puts them all. I mean, like when you're at like 18 to 20, you're stupid. Like, you don't know nothing.
Yes.
Oh, and they're talking about Andrew Tate. What bothers them about him?
Okay.
Maybe.
So
that's how they like them.
I know that he's
not true. I can't let you sit there and say that.
I disagree. I saw a video of him straight up saying you got to find them and during those ages so you can groom them, like so you can find. In other words, so you can find their. Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Can I just add to that? I think it's really interesting because I really understand. Like, I do understand why men want women at such a young age so that they can mold them. Like, I fully get it because, you know, you want her on your path before she becomes indoctrinated by feminism. And, you know, she's all about the career and doesn't want to, you know, support you and everything like that.
I agree with that. You don't agree with that?
I don't think that. I can only speak from my era. I don't think that in my era that was a big thing. You know what I mean?
Like, it was feminism.
Well, yeah, I don't think it was like I won't say that it didn't exist, but I don't think it was just like a man seeked a younger woman solely just for that. Like no, it was just kind of it was. I think like you seeked for a younger woman, so you. It was, I guess, like in a sense, like being charged. In a sense, I don't mean it like that literally.
I think that's what feminism tells you. They like women are in that the culture would say that men look for older women so they can groom them, so they can because we're supposedly if you're an older guy and you find a younger woman, she's in a stance of like inferiority where she has to listen to you or we're not.
Well, yeah, but back in our era though too, like a younger woman actually kept you youthful if she was the right one. You know what I mean?
This is our era. What you mean?
Well,
we wasn't the older men before.
No, I get that, but I'm just
when
saying.
We were 18, we wasn't looking for 12-year-olds. They're not talking about us. They're not talking about men in that stage.
I just think it's so like so much emphasis. Like I'm 40, I'm not looking at a woman in her 20s.
In her 20s?
Yeah, I'm not.
Really?
Yeah.
This is an interesting conversation. So what's your age cutoff?
I
got a really specific age cutoff for specific reasons.
Like my age cutoff is the same age as my niece. My niece is 28.
Okay, so that's in her 20s.
But even with that, am I looking for that? Absolutely not. I'm not even hunting for it at all. Like if a 28 even comes my way.
So you would be looking for like somebody around your age?
I'm looking for somebody like 33 up.
Yeah. For what reasons?
I just feel like I think at that age, I think for men and women, in my opinion, like you're more realistic. You have a more realistic approach of how you're looking at things, and then let's see if we can work. You know what I mean? Besides just the physical.
I guess
track.
that's valid reasons. You think young women are kind of unrealistic?
I think that they're a little bit all over the place, and they're trying to find out who they are. They don't know who they are.
Here's a question.
In my opinion,
you dated women around your age, right?
Yeah.
I haven't, because I've been in a relationship since I was 35, so I haven't seen what 35 and up women are doing.
Yeah.
Like personally, anyway.
Yeah.
Have you found that they've settled down? Or they think about things more realistically or reasonably?
It really kind of depends So like you get like a weird like push, because then you have like older, you have younger that's thinking older and older thinking younger. Like it's a weird reverse. That's what I'm saying. So it's like it's the older women, in my opinion, that's making the weird push to be younger. And it's like, wait, hold on, honey. Like you're closer to 40 than you are 20. You can't go backwards.
Okay, so that's what I think the argument is here.
Yeah.
That you find them younger before like society can put the tentacles in them.
But it's such a risk though too, because it depends it depends where you get them from. Like a young girl,
sure.
city girl, young.
If you find them in the
is still a
club, they
city
probably
girl.
messed up already.
Like she's gonna,
and I mean messed up like in terms of
I'm like, because
monogamous
I know
dating.
some women. This was back when I was younger, like maybe 5-6 years under me, where it was like a weird dynamics where it was like I knew some women that were like 23 with like 4 kids already. It's like, whoa. I'm like, nothing wrong with that, but I'm like, oh my God, like you're only 23, but wait, you have 4 kids? Like you had your first one at 16, 18, 21, 22. It's like you have a host of
maybe out here
responsibilities on you, like at 20. I can't do nothing with you.
Maybe out here,
and it's like it's gotten
in.
younger and younger and younger, in my opinion. So it's like, what? So what are they? So now you have the younger women, in my opinion, that are more tarnished. I hate to use that word.
If they tarnish younger, then they tarnished older too.
Well, then the older ones is trying to rebirth, trying to turn back the hands of time.
They can't do that.
It's the what like? Cause I know we're gonna play him later, so I don't want to spoil it. But most of his pushback that he was getting are women around our age.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wait.
Sometimes.
It's like you've been there, done
Mostly.
that. And then you goofed up, you screwed up, you had a marriage that probably didn't work, you divorced, this or that. Now you're like, oh, well, I'm this now, I'm that, and then now you create this receipt that, oh, now he needs to be 6'4", 215, 7-figure income and drives an Audi A10 to work. Like, wait. Why would he want you?
Hmm?
Oh, because I have a PhD. Like, oh, huh? What does that mean? Oh, because I'm smart. I make my own money. I'm independent. I'm a baddie. Well, what that mean though? Like and I know I'm rambling a little bit, but it's like that's. But let me shut up. I'm quiet.
I think my cutoff is like around 24. Like, of course she has to. I would rather a woman, and then this is the little risk I'm taking. I would rather have gone through like higher education already, so
But see,
college.
but it's
she has to be old enough to drink because I can't. I'll feel like a pedo if like I go to a bar and she can't get in, and she has to be old enough to rent a car. Like you gotta be a full adult, right?
I totally agree with that. I'm gonna go on a limb again for that. Like if I was going to 24, she has to be culture based. Like that's just for me.
But you know why you say that? Because you don't. You're saying the same thing that they're saying in this, that you want to get them before society ruins them with.
Well, yeah, I'm like culture based. So you're doing something for, you know.
So you're kind of agreeing, like you want somebody who's not already entwined in like a Western culture.
Yeah, she had to be culture based, in my opinion. If I was to look younger, and I was like, you know what, I want a wife, and I'm about to like if I want to start over, I want a wife. Like, you know, I'm going after a culture based woman. Like, yeah, if I could catch her at the airport when she touched down, yes, snatch, thank you.
You crazy?
You know what I mean? And like I'm gone.
I was going with this actually. Wait,
I mean,
saying?
feminism doesn't affect everyone though. Like you can have a mind of your own and do your own thing. Like you don't have to like go one way or the other. Like I think you can be smart and successful and beautiful. I mean, we've come a long way. Botox and Juvederm. Like today is 30 and 48 like yesteryears. You know what I'm saying? People live longer now. Like you don't have to find them in that time.
She trying to say 40 is the new 30. No.
Period. Like everything else he says, I swear, is like intelligent, and then when it just seems outdated.
Sorry. Yes. What I was going to say was it's fascinating because I get why men want them young, so they're moldable, right? But when I think of myself, even like 2 or 3.
That's not why. I think that's the narrative women try to put on men for wanting younger women is because they're moldable.
It's not moldable. It's just that they're not doing the silliness. Okay.
No, I
don't want to sound one sided like that. Like I've said before, at a certain point, in my opinion, depending on the woman too, or if I go into the Americanized things, when I look at the most typical Americanized woman, a lot of stuff that she does, men don't care about. And that's what men want to avoid. Like, you know what I mean? Because their mindset is different. If us collectively as a household is making 150, 200K, does that mean I need to spend the whole 200? Does that mean I have to have this type of car because I'm making 200 or we have 200? Like, it's those type of keeping up with the Joneses type of energy that these women bring. And a lot of guys don't care about that. And that's what it really is. It's not even about molding a woman. A man doesn't. I've said this before. One of my sayings I say is that I don't want to be the head coach.
But is that age related?
Well, at a point,
because it sounds like you kind of turning around on your argument. You said you would date 28.
No, I said I wouldn't date no one younger than my niece. My niece is 28.
Is it because your niece is 28?
Part of it is that, and then it is. I won't lie.
You're designing your dating strategy.
You watching? And part of it is her.
You're designing your dating strategy.
I was talking to somebody my age, like she told me that.
This is backwards.
I respect it.
Okay, so you want a culture-based woman, but you don't want to follow the rules of what that culture that she would be coming from is. Because if you follow those rules, most of them are going to be dating older men.
That's true.
Like, for instance, they'll be 28 dating 40-year-olds. And that is what their culture teaches them, to date older. And it teaches the men to date younger.
That's why I'll probably be the ones that be left out in the sand. Because I'll be like, nah, I don't want to. That's just me. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
Because when I look at it, I'll say it on the show. We've had our private talks about reproduction, and I'm done. So that's why I leave them 20-year-olds alone too. Because I'm like, no. I feel like I'm finished. I'm done.
But from what they saying, 40's the new 30.
Yeah, that's fine. They can say that.
Years ago.
Kids are expensive.
When I was like 20, 21, 22, I don't even think I would have been a good wife. Like, you couldn't even mold me at that age. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm very close with my brother, and a lot of my opinions are because he molded me, right? But even so, you just couldn't make me a good housewife at 20, 21, or 22 or 23. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until even 24. It wasn't until I was like 25, I was like, actually, even in the last 6 months, like, I would be a great wife now.
Well, she wouldn't have been a good wife at 24, but at 25, excellent. That's what she said.
I'd be a much better wife today than I would be 6 months ago, right?
Facts. You're always learning and growing.
So it's like, yes, I understand mold her when she's young, but even when I was like 20, I wouldn't have been a good housewife.
I don't think you can get away from feminism. Every woman is a feminist to a little bit of a degree. I talk to average women pretty frequently, and I can understand why men want to go younger. I don't think they want us dumb. I think they want us to be cooperative and not combative. And I've worked with women. Sometimes I coach women, and I really hate is a strong word.
See, she's giving men a real shot.
Okay, so
the other women want to disqualify what our intentions are so that we won't have an incentive to do the thing that they've passed the wall for. Like, so if she's 35, she'll say something like, men want 20-year-olds so they can mold them. They'll put the negative spin on it because they don't want you to look that far past them, right?
Yeah.
So she's saying, she's giving like a more realistic take on it. That if you're a woman who was raised to be a wife, you're gonna be that way super early.
And see, you're right. And here's the thing that I think that like when you think of housewife, I think that Americanized culture has made that literal, like housewife meaning at home. But when you think about it,
I think it is that literal.
No.
Why not?
No, it's not. When you think about it, traditionally,
okay.
Housewife is actually more busy. She's the busiest person in the house. When you think about it, because she's balancing everything.
Oh, you mean like when people say stay at home?
Yeah, when people say stay at home.
Yeah, okay.
Americanized culture has made it where these women want to literally just stay
like
at
they
home.
on the couch watching TV all day. Yeah,
they're flipping through the tube,
I got you.
not doing nothing. It's like, well, wait a minute. But then when you think about the woman in a more culture-based housewife, or that word that they would use,
she's scrubbing walls.
She's busy as hell.
She moving couches.
Like she's outside. She got a garden going. If she's not nurturing these kids, prepping them, she's taking them to school. She's doing that. She's at the market. She's handling business. She's doing this. She's doing that. She's like almost as tired as you when you come home from work, because it's like, yeah, I may not have been clocked
especially
in.
the more successful the dude is. Yeah. The more things have to happen. Yeah,
like
to
I
keep
may not
that
clocked
running.
in 8 or 12 hours here, Justin, but I've been out here on my feet for 10 hours too.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
A real man though, here's a double flip though. The real man understands that. That's why when a real man understands her and has her, they complement each other at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like I said, when it comes to Americanized things, I don't want to say that Americanized is tarnished stuff, but Americanized, when you see housewife, you hear that word housewife, women don't want to literally be that because they thinking, oh, I'm gonna sit in the house all day while he does whatever he wants to do.
But that's why this other woman, like, listen to what she said, the one before her. Mm-hmm. She said at 24, she doesn't think she would have been a good wife. But at 25, 30, 31, she feels like she would be a great wife now. She thinks there's a thing that's going to click.
It does.
It does.
It clicks with men.
I think you are, or you aren't. If you aren't, I'm not saying you can't be, but it's not going to be a click. It's going to be a job that you have to learn, just like people have to build skills to learn that thing.
Well, absolutely. It's funny you said it, because as a marriage, in my opinion, I'm not married, so I don't like to never dibble in the waters of being married, but marriage is an everyday thing.
Yeah.
And some people that are American that I know that have gotten married, once they marry, it's the graduation. Everything they did to get married is out the door. I'm like, wait a minute. How does that work? Like, there's a stand-up with Bernie Mac when he talked about that. A piece of comedy, as a matter of fact, 2000. When he was like, man, when you single, man, you better get all the effort you can. When you get married, man, it stops. And it's like, wait, why? Why does it stop? What do you mean, Bernie? Why all of a sudden things stop when this should be the beginning of something new?
It should be the opposite. When you get married, that's when you actually have to start putting in the work.
I agree.
As a
like where I'm at
couple.
now at 40 years old now, I want to be married because I want to do that work now.
Yeah.
I want to do that work with the person that equally wants to do the work with me too. You know what I mean? Like, I want that for myself, and I want to see where we can go.
But the woman was talking about it like a graduation.
Yeah,
I'm ready to be a wife. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I'm ready to now find a 7-figure guy.
Yeah, not do anything,
and then I can just
be taken care of.
I look cute all day, and I'm about to just chill. I'll have a kid or two, and then life is a peach chair, and it can be.
She sounded like dudes. Like, she sounds like I've sowed my wild oats, and now I'm ready to settle down.
Maybe she has.
She definitely has, but damn, it's not the same.
I really dislike coaching women that are 30 and older because it's too hard to break the mental models that they've already formed.
Agree.
And how old was the woman that you were talking to in Miami, do you think?
Shit.
Late 20s.
It don't matter.
I think she was 29.
Right, late 20s. So that's like an example of really bad girl game and indoctrination. You do something nice for me.
Girl
I tell
game.
you like this guy. And basically, in my mind, I think that you're a scumbag. But these same women are going to complain that they're not dateable and that they're single in their 30s. Whereas like, for me, I don't feel bad for you. Like, you had a choice. You could have been a wife sooner. I mean, why? Whatever. But my point is that that's a lot of American women right now. They're just outright disrespectful, ungrateful, unkempt, and
You
it's
sound like
I think
you.
it's a struggle
Talking about Americanized.
on both.
You know what? This woman is really have gotten my antennas up. You know, on how
She's taking,
speaking.
Chris.
You know, I've said this before about women, that when I hear some women, oh, I'm single, no one likes me, this and this and that. And I always, my rebuttal for some of my friends that have said that to me when we've talked, that I believe that every woman has a contact in their phone that if she wanted to be married or be taken off the market, she can.
Yeah.
With just one text. And I think that
They're hypergamous though. They always want to aim higher.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
When they look
but at a point, you gotta. I call it playing roulette too. Like there's a bullet in one of these chambers. Like how long are you gonna keep playing? In my opinion,
they keep playing until they think they keep playing until they die.
and that's
why you hear women
well,
in their 40s saying the same exact thing that women
Well,
are
see,
saying
that
in
was
their
the same
20s.
thing
They
that
get in
like
their
Kevin
20s.
Samuels like kind of was preaching about. Like at a point, you're gonna run out.
Yeah.
As a nurse, I'm not trying to bash anybody that I've came in contact with, but I see it all the time.
It's harsher than
I've
that.
seen women time run out. Men too.
No, it's harsher than that. Usually, in their 20s, they've already run out.
Oh,
There was one or two dudes that they could have married. They didn't, and they're out of options. But they don't think so. They think it's 40-year-old women, 35-year-old women who still talking about when I find my soulmate. Like, no, you're done.
I might by the time that happens,
You're finished.
it's like it's gonna be the pickings. You're gonna settle. You're gonna eventually. I hate to say this, and I don't take my words literal, but you end up marrying the guy that you've been avoiding when you're 20s. It's almost a scientific fact. I hate to say that.
I think women play the game like it's eternal. Like men have more of a like our growth range is longer, right?
Well, unfortunately, because we found a cheat code. The cheat code is money.
That's not the cheat code. That's the process. Resources, right? Except that men don't get resources until later. So we can be 50 and get the resources that we wanted and go all the way back down to 24.
Well, yeah.
Or 20. You're like 18.
Well, that's
you know.
because unfortunately women allow that too. If women was to cut that off, then they will balance it.
How would they cut it off?
How
would they cut it off?
Hey, just don't settle for it. Just because you have money, where you're lacking in every other category, I'm cool.
No, that's the money is the thing they want.
I know, but if take that away, then I think that their eyes will be open better.
You trying to change the nature of women, and you can't.
I'm like,
they gonna see the money.
But
They gonna
once
see
upon a
it.
time, we didn't have a currency.
Yeah, we did.
No.
Okay.
We had a trading policy.
Let's call it resources.
Okay.
All right. So if a man had 10 cows and another man had 2, the woman's gonna be like, "Oh, he got 10 cows." It's
Well,
still
I agree.
like there was always
in that fashion, I
resources,
agree.
and women were always attracted to the abundance of resources. Except now they think that anytime they want, they can find a dude with 10 cows and skip past everybody else with 1 cow. And it does like by the time a dude has 10 cows, if you're 35, he's probably looking at 25. He didn't work. He done did all this, lived his life, built up his skills to be able to say, "I got 10 cows now. I could get what I want."
No, I might.
And the women are doing the opposite. They're degrading themselves, sleeping with more men, having whatever's, and then they say the same thing when they get 24 or 35, 40. That now I've built, like I've sold my wild oats. I want 10 cows.
Yeah, no, and
at the same time, they're trying to build up their resources.
Well, and unfortunately,
and it's like, we don't care about your resources.
Because see, when a man starts to look at a woman and wants her for a lifetime commitment, she shines differently from all the other women. You know what I mean? And that's what we want. So of course, I absolutely, we don't want somebody that everybody on the block done had. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing special about that.
Yeah.
That's like driving the same car everybody got. Like, that ain't special. Just different colors. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what makes you, you know, I just really hope that one day that this will turn around and we'd be like, dang, man, it's crazy how things turn around. Like, because women do have a lot of
I think it's
power.
because we're frugal shoppers. Like, we don't, like, we'll buy a used car, but we won't buy it for, like, more than the first time it was bought for. Like, if somebody unless all right, let's keep it in general. If somebody buys a new Honda for $35,000 and then they drive it for 100,000 miles and then they'll be like, I'll sell it to you for 40.
No.
We think that's crazy. And so we kind of shop for women the same way, where it's like, okay, I want to buy it with 0 miles on it, right? So if it got 10,000 miles on it, that's a little less. Like, I wouldn't buy it for as high as the 0 miles. If it has 50,000 miles on it, I wouldn't buy it for as much as the 20,000 miles, and definitely lower than the 0 miles. So the women are thinking that they go put miles on themselves and then sell themselves for brand new.
For more value, yeah.
Like, and then
I might, yeah.
So just naturally, innately, men are kind of thrown off by that idea. That's not how we address anything.
Well, see, that's the one thing. You're right, and that's the one thing that I kind of miss. Like when you had big mamas in the house and stuff like that, where it was kind of like, you know, hey, you know what? Yeah, you might want that type of guy or this type of guy, that type of guy. You know what? You may not be able to handle that type. You know, you better get you a low key, you know, get you this, get you that.
Big mamas will bring you back down from your fantasies.
Big mama be like, no, girl, his daddy work, granddaddy work. They got him working in the company. You better get on over there. Bring this pie over there. Mama, I didn't make this. I know you didn't make it, but I'm going to show you how to make it one day. Take that pie on over there, girl. Stop playing with me.
The sex is right now.
Mm-hmm. Nat, you want to weigh in?
Sorry, I was looking at the chat.
We'll get to the super chat in a sec.
What was the question again? Say that again.
We were talking about Andrew Tate.
She didn't hear anything?
And Leia, and I started the conversation with Sarah, basically saying if you could pinpoint what women don't like about Tate. Then we kind of got into the feminism component, and you just looked like you were ready to talk, and maybe I misinterpreted that.
It's okay. Now I'm ready to talk.
If you could pinpoint what
people don't like about him,
exactly what women get triggered about it.
I'm
She said
be
the age and the
honest.
moldable. By the way, I'm going to weigh in on this moldable young age in a second.
I think it's really just like his tone. Like
that's true.
like
I think we need to take a break and do something, because we haven't been moving this, and I feel like enough has happened during this show, and this is really a jacket moving show. I'm looking at the topics we have coming up. Is it too? No.
Did this girl?
I think we gotta do this a little bit
really
because I'm listening to them.
Did this woman really
We
say
gotta move it a little bit.
his tone?
Yeah, like she's. I don't have to explain why I moved it.
Can we finish what she was saying?
Can I just be honest? Like sometimes, like the clips that I saw him were very aggressive, very angry, and like women take that as like being like scolded at. You're like, you know, being like yelled at. And I think if he was able to deliver a message in more of a relatable way for women, but I don't think that's what he's like his goal. It's not for women; it's for the men out there.
Yes.
So I think just like his tone. I think if you listen to his content as a woman that's not ready to be offended,
That's
you can
not for
really
you.
get you a right man that you want.
That's correct.
Like if you like, ladies are you guys are not being very smart with this.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's really the tone. Like if he can just adjust his way of speaking so that he's able to not only gravitate towards the men, but also get the ladies to understand the perspective. Ladies will really, I think, develop and change in a different way. Now, of course, like age and everything, nobody wants to hear they're getting older, and as you get older, you can't have X, Y, and Z.
That's the truth, though.
It's a reality. So it's like you're better off to like consider the factors and then move accordingly. So I really just think it's the way his message is being delivered. Now, of course, I agree with everything this guy says, but majority of the things, it's pretty valid, factual
like
points. So I really
like
just
she's
think
with
it's the way
him,
his message is
but
being
then she's on his
delivered.
tone.
Number
but
one,
then she's like, oh, but he feels like I'm being scolded. Like, but he's not talking to you. I think Andrew Tate's message is predominantly to men, right?
Definitely.
So men don't feel that way. Men talk to each other a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? If, point blank period. So for her to say, oh, well, his tone, and it feels like we're being scolded, but he's not talking to you, hon.
She doesn't like the things that he's telling men to do.
Okay, but it's still not for her to decide that.
Like when women are on defense, they'll vilify the moves of the men. Like, you shouldn't do that because they want you to do the thing that is in their fantasy range. Like if they're 35 and men say, like, men are just in general like, oh no, we're only dating 24-year-olds, they'll start vilifying that decision so that you can move back into their range of.
I think both people do that, but my biggest
sure,
is
men
like,
and women
why?
might do
so
that.
So what? Like, that's where I'm at. I'm on the so what era now. So what? Like,
also, I was thinking a good like short show would just be me playing videos and watching you yell at women say stuff.
Oh, we could we would have a whole other podcast on that stuff. Like too. Just alone me just fussing. Like, so what? Like what are you saying?
His tone, nor should he. It got him this far. Do you play? You're still the top J. All good. Yes. So he's not changing that.
Good. See, another man doesn't care about his tone.
Let's talk about age. You talked about being moldable. Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
He's top G.
Top G.
He's not.
I kind of agree.
He's not. I'm so mad. I don't like what he says.
Agree that I think women 21 to 24, they got some figuring shit out to do. They need to date the wrong guy. They need to fucking fuck up. They need to go through their whole phase. Like, because the last thing you want to do is get married at 22 and like you were molded or whatever. I've seen this happen.
I disagree with this dude.
I don't know. I might agree with this.
He first of all, he said another whole phase. I don't think women should go through a whole phase.
I agree.
Like all right, so there's this cultural idea that men can sleep with a lot of women and women can sleep with a lot of men, and it doesn't bother any of us. And I don't think it's true on either end. I think both men and women just running through bodies is probably a little bit detrimental to them, or it's gonna come with like some negative results.
I agree with that too.
So like the idea that. And since we're talking about women, I'm gonna bring it back to them. That they can just be sleeping with dudes one after another. I think it prevents them from actually bonding with the person that they, if you say end up with, that they're gonna marry, because they have so many. And this is like I said, this goes both ways. But we're talking about women. They have so much comparison space. Like there's. Especially sexually, everybody's gonna do things different.
Yeah,
it's like being addicted to like adult videos.
Yeah,
like if you've seen this vast amount of things that you can have, you're always gonna be like, oh, what about that thing? What about that thing?
Yeah.
And so when they're going through their whole phase, they're experiencing all these interbody connections. They don't know what they like. They can't actually get with somebody and be be bonded to their body be bonded to that person. And it could be similar to men, but I think men are less prone to have that kind of thing.
I'm like,
it's still I would still say men there's an effect on men about just willy nilly being sexually involved.
Like I had a conversation with and I'll keep her name disclosed, but I had a conversation. So she felt like that women never have bad sex experience. So I said, well, wait. I said,
never have bad sexual experiences?
So she said that women can never have bad sex.
Why?
And I said, okay, I'm listening. Because if you put 10 women in a room, 5 or 6 of them are going to say that their sex is bad. Or they've had bad
Oh, you're
sexual
saying
experience.
women can't be bad at sex.
No, women never have bad sex. Like
from the guy's perspective?
From
the woman's
from a woman's perspective, she's saying that.
So all the sex she's had with everybody has always been great.
She says she's always good, and I said, well, wait. So I said, wait. So how is it bad? So she said because they never had bad sex. She said no, only is bad when she compares the two partners. Yeah. One did something different, and one did something less than the other. So the comparison or the bad sex is this guy does it this way, and this way. And now I'm with this guy, and he doesn't do it this way, like this guy.
Yeah, it's like you don't know what you never had.
Yeah, so I was like, that's a great point of view.
It is, because I was ready to disagree. I was
like, because I never
ripped my shirt off like Hulk Hogan. But then I sat and calmed down and listened, and I'm like, okay, she got a point.
No, she did it from a woman's perspective too. I was like, wait, whoa, like I never heard that. Because like when you do hear from like some women that have bad sexual experiences, it's not enough, it's not this, it's not that, it's not this, it's da da da. And I'm just kind of like, dang, like how you
only know what it's not because you've experienced what such and such is.
But then it's like when you're with multiple guys, now you're like, I never did it. I never did that, but I think I like that. But then every other guy ain't gonna do that. So now every other guy under this guy now sucks, in your opinion, because he's not doing this. Until she finds that other guy that does that, then, I'm having great sex again. Maybe we could have this for another topic later. Have some women participate.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like they're
on this too.
I think people in general are always reaching and trying to grow their sexual experience, and it doesn't really benefit.
Because she was saying that she feels like men probably have more bad, worse sexual experiences than women do, and I was like, I was like, you know what?
If I approach it from the same way, maybe.
Well, you know what? Because guys don't complain about it. We don't make it a big thing. It's like either we'll try to make it up some kind of way later, and then if they just sucks, it's just like we just take our L.
I think men are better at not being attached to a woman in any way and being sexual with her and just forgetting about her. I think women have an issue with that. But when two people are involved with each other for whatever extended amount of time and they're sexual, they have a relationship, I think that affects both people negatively. Like if it doesn't become a long-term thing.
I agree.
So I think men have a greater ability to smash and dash. I don't think that affects men as much. But when people are in like 6-month, 9-month relationships, then they break up, move on. Yeah, when they're entanglements, when they're going out to eat together, they're spending time together, and they're smashing on the side.
Yeah.
I think that affects both people.
No, I agree, because I've been in situations like that.
It's
my
like
mind was a little scrambled.
I think men in some ways get more attached to those women because we start expecting that we start imprinting on them they're ours now.
Yeah, it's regularity.
Yeah.
Like we don't put these into numbers like that, but it's like if I'm chilling with this girl and it's like, we're kind of like almost expecting, I'm expecting to get some at least 2 or 3 times a week. We're going to chill. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Da, 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 da. Everything's kind of like played out in the front. And we actually kind of anticipate it. Then when it gets snapped directly, quickly, Yeah, we don't really recover that well in that.
Yeah, so I think as a society, we're just too carefree about sex. That's why this dude who seems like he's intelligent, who seems like he's professional, can say something like, I think she should have another whole phase. It's like, what? Like you're giving bad advice because it's just normalized to do it.
Yeah, no,
and
I
you
agree
think
with
it
that.
has no effect on anybody. Like
It
you
makes
think
it,
it's gonna
it actually makes it worse. You're right.
like he doesn't even. He thinks it has an effect, but he thinks the effect is going to be beneficial. No. He thinks it's going to help her to have another whole phase. How many? What number whole phase is she on?
To see what's going to end up
and
happening.
that relates back to that other topic we were talking about with Virgin Airlines, about how just culturally we're just like, let's do all the things we want to do. And sometimes you got to be like, no, we got set rules so we can all manage these processes that we're having.
And see, if anybody's around our age, they've got a chance to listen to the Chronic 2001, and Dr. Dre has already said it. You don't make no hoe, no housewife. He's already said it over 20 years ago, and it is absolutely, positively correct.
All right, I'm gonna let him finish, and then we'll move forward.
You're 37 and you're like, I never got to party, I never got to be the girl on a yacht, I never got to bang the Latino guy in the club, whatever. And then like you're gonna have this like, I wish. So there is a component for women to kind of get some of the stuff out of your system. And then let's say whether it's 24, 25, whatever.
All right, we're gonna end it there. But that's what I mean. He's literally telling women to sow their wild oats.
Yeah, I think it's
you can't even do that. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I think it's more damaging than it is.
You didn't get to be on the yacht partying. You didn't get to be with the Latino dude. He's thinking like a male and telling women to experience the world like men do. Because we had this conversation, me and you, when I was saying men are always going to be tempted by new things, and we have to learn how to temper our temptations, and limit ourselves to the person that we're supposed to be with, instead of like constantly pursuing, because we could do that forever.
Yeah,
he's literally telling women go out and just chase every idea that you ever had about doing something.
When you talk to like a good like when you talk to like good girls, like that little formality, and their whole phase, excuse my French, if they ever had one, it's usually like a one-time experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not.
That is true with good girls. I've noticed that.
Yeah, it's like
you be like, "Where's your whole face?" They be like,
"It was
one
like, oh my god,
time."
one time, like I was on a Jerry Springer and I got Jerry Beans. Like, oh, so you showed
like that's it?
Oh, that was it? Like,
That's
oh my
it?
god, I was so scared. Like my mom watches the show. Like, you know what I mean? And it was like, oh my god, like Sarah, did you really just show like your, on TV? Like those things, yeah. Like, even if it was like a moment, like one or two moments where it's like, oh yeah, you know what? Me and my best friend hooked up, and it was like, yeah, we did it like twice, and we kind of decided that it's best to be friends, but we crossed that line. Okay. But like you said, to go on a fiasco for 3-4 years of you done slept with 50 guys.
Women be having bodies nowadays.
No, I know some women that's like 10, 15 years younger than me, and their count is high. Their count is like 30, 40. And I'm like, oh my Lord. I'm like, oh my God. Like, what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, people, if I react negatively to that, it's weird because that's supposed to be normalized now. When I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, no, you got some guys doing it too, but you got some women out here, man, that's as equal. Guys with high count and baby girl right behind him. It's like, whoa, are you kidding?
She right behind him.
Like, y'all be in the confession room and stuff. Yeah, like, wait, huh? You what? Oh no.
If you with us, this is the last time I'm gonna tell you. This is America's Mind. I'm Jamal Williams.
I'm Christopher Bears.
Hit that like button. Hit the share button. hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so YouTube can bother you every time we go online and you can hang out with us because we're fun people. I swear. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to move on from that.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things that we look at when a dude's in the
jacket's so far over.
Oh man,
you might have to.
I want the jacket to be up the whole time while this is on. I'm gonna move it in real time.
All right, we're listening.
One thing that you wish men understood better about women, what would it be?
To be more honest. Women are very understanding. I don't feel like they understand that. Especially if she loves you, she'll understand you.
I don't feel like that was the question. He said, what is one thing that she wishes that men understood more about women? And her answer was, men should be more honest. That's not something that we understand about women. That's something that they want from us.
Okay. What would happen if a man came up to you and said, I think you're really attractive. If I took you out, spent money on you, made you laugh and feel special, would you be open to sex and potentially a relationship?
Yeah.
You would? Okay.
No. Never. Never
so
that.
then why be honest? It's a contradiction.
But isn't that
we can do that with our eyes closed. And it doesn't work. You see how my posture is, because I already know how this is going to be. Women, ladies, y'all so beautiful, so disappointing. Come on, ladies. Please prove me wrong.
Completely honest.
Today.
That's completely honest.
Is that not literally what happens?
Yep.
Why do you think a lot of women don't want that?
I feel like a lot of women do want that.
Lies.
Some women are, I don't know. They just like to be told.
Wait. That is true when she's up in age. But see, this is a woman, these type of women that want that, where they've had children, they're successful, they might have had a marriage and it didn't work. So they're kind of like, I don't want to do that. They kind of take on a man's role where they just kind of want to be left alone, but they do have those human needs. They need to, so it's kind of like, okay, cool. You just want to do that. Guess what? I'm on the same thing. Don't send me to no clinic. I had no chicks coming at my door, and we all good. And they'll ride that out until whatever. So that is true, but how many women do that? That's the real percentage. That's the real question, and the percentages of that, and it's very low.
What they want to hear, type stuff like that. A lot of women aren't the same. Some of us do prefer honesty, and some other females do prefer to be told what they want to hear.
So if all women are so different, why do we have the expression "know how to treat a woman"? Wouldn't that imply that there's like a universal nature that all women exhibit?
No.
This dude be having counterpoints for everything. Yeah. Does he sit down and just calculate what the woman could say and be like,
he could probably answer these questions on the fly.
He needs to be the White House press correspondent because he got the answer.
Treating a woman right is common sense. Yeah. Don't treat her like she's not human. Yeah. Women have feelings just like a man does.
Okay, I agree.
We know they freaking have feelings. That's the thing we know first.
Well, I mean, do you think a guy? Whoa. Do you think?
Oh,
okay,
damn.
sorry. Do you think a guy would approach you for any reason other than the potential to have sex?
No. Oh, wait.
Nope. That's the answer. Look, even if a dude has intentions to have a relationship with you when he approaches you, it comes with the intention to have sex. There's no dude approaching a woman that has the intentions to have sex.
The first thing that we go by is physical attraction.
Yeah, so the intention.
But women do it too. But see, their physical attraction, and they're gonna say that I'm lying, and I'm not.
I don't think they do it.
No, they do it. They do it with children. Women look at men's physical traits and think about kids. Women think of a little bit further up. They look at kids.
Don't think they do it.
No, they do. They think about kids.
Beyonce is with Jay-Z. She wasn't thinking about what her kids was finna look like.
Those kids are cuties though.
But that's not because of him. They not cute because of him. They cute because of her. But she didn't care. Like he had his stuff together. He had his role together.
Well, I'm like, and that's what.
And women will do. Women will date whoever if they in line in some way. If they got their
he
stuff
had a lot of
together.
his ducks in a row. I do get those are rare cases, but I do understand that.
Biggie had all the chicks. How?
Swag, the juice.
That's all I'm saying. And the juice is the cash too.
Yeah, the juice was the cash.
He was wearing Coogee sweaters. Nobody knew what the hell those was.
I call it pizzazz. You know what I mean? I've said it on the show before. Pizzazz.
Dudes don't do that. Dudes do not do that. We don't do that at all.
What, pizzazz?
No, we don't date the Biggie version of a woman.
Absolutely not. I don't care if she got $1 trillion. No.
We don't do that.
I hate to say that. I'm not. I don't bump that. I'm not.
That's why I didn't name anybody. I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying
the
like,
equivalent version. I was gonna say somebody, but I won't.
Yeah, never mind. I got you though.
No.
Well, I mean, do you think that guys go out approaching women because they want to be friends?
No, they do want sex. They do.
So then why would it be wrong for a guy to just go up and just say, you know, I will do all these things, you know?
I mean, it's not.
Give me the box.
Not wrong, but
I'll take you to
It's
Buca
not
de
wrong,
Beppo
but
for
how
the
you
box.
about to clean this
I
up?
wouldn't let that slide.
Why? But why wouldn't you let that slide?
Because women aren't just like women don't just walk around looking for sex. Like it's not.
That's what men do, right?
Well, right, but I'm saying women say they want a man to be completely honest. Is that not completely honest?
I mean, it is, but that's not what women like. I mean, us is looking for at all.
So wouldn't that mean that women are more
it's
interested
wrong.
in having a man tell her what she wants to hear?
I'm a little confused. Yes.
How can women consistently describe men as stupid yet seek love from them in return?
Well, you want my God honest truth?
Yeah,
nope,
come
I
on,
want you to
honey.
lie.
I'm gonna tell you, cause bitches is backwards.
What do you mean?
I didn't think she was going. When she said, "You want my God honest truth," I thought she was finna say some bullshit. I really did.
I'm not
I was
gonna
like, is
lie.
she finna say some
I was
bullshit?
kind of like waiting for a wild, weird punch thrown. Okay.
She actually told the God honest truth.
She may not have to even say nothing else. But
Yeah,
let's see.
You know what? Hey, women, she saved y'all a little bit.
Wait. I don't think she's gonna say anything.
I'm gonna give y'all some space back because.
Wait, is she really not gonna say nothing? If she doesn't
I
say,
mean, we don't know our right from our left from our right. I mean, we don't know if we want apples or pie. We don't know if we want an apple pie. You know.
So, do women have lefts, or do they have rights, or do they have no rights, or?
I don't know. Every time I hit that right and I hit that curb, I don't know if I went left or right.
What?
she might have to come out with a step-by-step manual.
I would have who is that? I'm finna find. We need to get her on the show. I want some more questions, because I feel like I could ask her questions and actually get answers back, which doesn't happen often for women.
Well,
usually you get a lot. Usually skip. Yeah. So why do women do this? Skip.
And the worst thing about being a chicken,
it just clucking sucks.
Does. Sorry to hear that. How big is your cock?
It's about 9 feet.
9 feet?
9 feet.
Okay, does size matter?
I don't know what's going on, but it's interesting.
I haven't had a complaint.
Who takes more selfies, men or women?
Shut up. Shut up.
Jamal, if I go through your phone and find 10 selfies, I'm taking it away.
I've probably taken 2 selfies ever. And it was just for Instagram. And it wasn't really for me. One that I could think of, I took just because I had a bunch of Lakers shit on, and Lakers were playing the Clippers on Christmas, and I just wanted to show the Lakers shit. And
that's actually what we do. Like,
and I can't think of another one. Like
it's like something we had on for an event.
Yeah. I don't see
our selfies is cropped we that look like a selfie. You know, we'll crop and cut everything out around us.
Men, they like to look pretty like women.
Straight men?
Oh, now she off my list. I don't like her no more. Like
wait,
now
he's
she
trying to
lying.
save her.
Oh wait.
All men.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
We take selfies because we like to. All right, let me finish.
Where do men
I'm
take
sorry.
most of their selfies?
In the bathroom while they texting.
You talking about y'all? You know damn well you talk about women. What dudes are in the bathroom taking selfies, young lady? When you seen this?
Side girls.
Okay. Should a woman get mad about cheating if she's already a side piece?
No. Because you knew what you was. It was just another extra side. When you go to KFC, you get a biscuit and 2 sides. So why not be happy to be a side bitch with another side bitch? You know, I'm just saying.
Okay.
See, she like 95% good, but then she like I'm gonna just ignore the self.
I'm gonna say cap on that.
Why? You don't think she'd be happy?
The side chick always wants to be the main. Her sole purpose is to be the main.
That's true. If we break it down to the logic about why she's the side chick, it's not because she wants to be the side chick.
Because she starts asking you
she's
questions.
Just waiting.
Who's better? Do you love her like you love me? She asks contradicting questions that she knows the answer to, and then it forces the guy to lie.
Women not gonna like this analogy, or not like it, but they won't understand it. Women are the side chicks like Kobe was coming into the league. Coming off the bench for Eddie Jones. They want Eddie Jones' spot. Yeah. And every time they get on the court, they look at coach. Look, coach, you see how I do this better. I run this better. I run this play better. I shoot better.
It's nothing wrong with that, but if you're going to be the side chick in any situation, because guys can be side chicks too, I just say for a limited time only.
Dudes could be side chicks.
I have. I won't sit here and cap. I have. That was actually one of my best offense that I used to run.
I don't know if dudes.
I know I'm not giving too much TMI, but once upon a time, I actually preferred a woman that was dating somebody else, so she didn't have enough. She could focus all her time on me.
That's what I mean. I think dudes could be side dudes. That's not what I'm saying, but I don't think we think of it in the same way. It's gonna be like if we take 10 side chicks. One of all of them are gonna say we don't care either, but 9 of them are gonna care. They want to be the main chick, and maybe one of them really doesn't. Maybe one of them just kind of has a screw loose and actually wants to be the side chick.
I get it.
I don't think side dudes want to be the main dude. I think we look at that like, oh, if you do this to him, you do it to me. I want that position.
Absolutely.
I'll just smash it.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna ride this, till the wheels fall off, and then I'll be mad at myself later on. That's where I'm at now in life. That's why I'm just like, that's why I be saying stuff on my Instagram.
You're like, I'm not shit right now. I don't deserve my own
not
chick.
Available. Leave me the hell alone. Stop texting me. Stop calling me. Stop DMing me. Stop. Because I know you have a friend. I know you have a husband. I know you sleep with your baby daddy.
All right, women, you get a little bit more.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing that because I know it's
Stop
the move.
Playing with me. I don't want to do that no more.
Chris, you funny.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to be him no more. But all right, I'm listening.
Have you ever heard of a cock waffle?
Yeah.
What is that?
What is that?
It's a cock and a waffle.
I'm out here selling cock waffles.
What?
It's my new brand. I love it, and I'm supporting.
It's penis shaped waffles. Why would anybody buy that?
Wait.
Why would
So
anybody?
what?
I think it's a penis shaped waffle. I think because it's blurred out. I'm just guessing, but I don't know how he's. Why would you sit in your personal space and be like, "This is the business I'm going to start," and invest money in it? And like, who's buying
workplace
this?
for LGBTQ, and I back the LGBTQ.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Not because I'm gay, but because my dad's gay. My parents were gay. So I
he just answered my question.
Wait.
I'm still confused, but I get how he got to this conclusion now.
So wait a minute.
He was like, big market. How can I get in there?
My parents were gay. So if you're
that doesn't make sense when you say it, right? How do you exist?
Get here. I get that he's trying to sell the brand and he's putting the hashtag on it. I'm not mad at that.
Chris, we're never gonna figure this shit out because it doesn't make sense. We just gotta wait. That's it. Like, that's all we can do is just wait.
Okay.
I support.
Who do you think are the bigger cock blocks, men or women?
Men.
I think men are cock blockers and women are twat swats.
Men play super defense.
I agree.
Okay. Have you decided to make the female version of your waffles? Like, what would that be?
I don't know. I feel like more people get laughed about their penises than vaginas, so we're just gonna stick with the cock waffles for now.
Do you think that size really matters?
Oh, it depends on how big their stomach is.
That's funny.
That's funny. America, I want to explain something to you guys. You know, when I come here into the Williams residence, you know, when you guys see these videos, I do too, literally. So my body language, my thoughts, and everything is literally at the moment. You know, this is just so I have never heard anything like this until today. There is a lot of ways. This is the wonderful thing about America, because I seem like I'm always bashing Americans and I'm American, you know what I mean? But here's the wonderful thing about America is that there are abundance ways to make money. There's a lot of ways to make money. That's
it's a free market. You can do whatever you want. You can make penis-shaped waffles and sell them.
And sell them.
And sell them.
And people out there gobbling them up.
People out there buying them. And you can.
And they getting their count up. On the guy.
He sold more waffles than I have. So,
waffles aren't even good.
Oh my!
Size matter.
What?
Waffles are the best.
Pancakes or waffles?
It goes.
They are the same.
They are the same, but the shape counts. It goes French toast, waffles, pancakes. And look, I'm agreeing with you. The French toast, pancakes and waffles is the same thing. It's the same mix. You just cook one this way and you cook the others this way. But I just rather have the waffle.
The waffle is more work. Have you ever cleaned a waffle iron after you make a waffle?
No, my wife always cleans it.
That is like so much work after the fact instead of just frying the pan.
My wife always cleans it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, she
probably hates me
because you are waffles. That waffle is cooling from the side, cooking on the side. Not only you gotta, then you can't even stick the whole thing in water. You gotta take the thing apart and then clean the things instead of just putting the frying pan with some butter and pour the batch in there until it bubbles, flip, bubble, done.
That's such a man discussion.
Put it in there, close, and hope that it doesn't goo on the side, because then I gotta clean this all up.
It's such a man discussion to discuss which one is better.
People on Instagram be like, man, waffles or pancakes. I'm like, man, get them waffles out of here. Get them out. If there ain't no blueberries in them, get them out. If there ain't no chocolate chips in them, get them out.
Does size matter in a man?
Day.
Yeah. Well, not when you in love. But like, if you're not in love,
that's
yeah,
true.
It do matter.
That's true.
Why is there so much focus on the size of man?
A woman will do that. She won't reveal that until she's forced to the wall. And then she'll attack your ego. When women are upset, they gonna hit you with the lowest blow they can hit you with.
I guess so, yeah.
So if you've been weak throughout, she gonna tiger uppercut you.
Uppercut.
That's why I ain't never had no orgasm since we've been together. Like, wait, what?
The whole 9 years?
You ready? I've never been told that. But
no, I know exactly what you mean.
I have some of my friends that's been hit
the
with
tiger uppercut can be a various amount of things, but they gonna say it, and
they gonna hit you with that. Oh yeah, if she real hot with you. Oh yeah,
they gonna say
she
it.
gonna hit
Tightness
you with
of
that.
Okay, hold up. Women can loosen or tight. It's how they comfortable. It's just men is when, are you good with the strokes or you not? Because you could have a big thing but not good with it. You don't know how to handle your shit.
Does a woman's size preference affect her tightness?
This is the conversation we were talking about. Like, if you done had all the sizes, then you can compare
to chart.
Yeah, you got a chart. Like, imagine if you didn't have a chart.
That's true.
She's just saying that.
Yeah.
Now you compare strokes. What's the 7-inch strokes? All the 7-inch strokes I had, all the 8-inch strokes, all the 4-inch strokes. She just charting. She confused. Women already confused.
Probably like a lab in the house somewhere. Like
she in Dexter's laboratory trying to figure this shit out.
Chart's probably like that. What's that chemical chart? Ain't that? Yeah, that little.
No, it looked like the elemental table in chemistry.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, that confused me.
Okay, this is element PF. Like she just trying to figure this shit out.
I look at that thing and be like, I don't know what the heck I'm looking at.
Body count affects tightness.
Shit, yeah. I don't know.
Do you think a person's body count matters in dating?
No.
So what's your body count?
Don't worry about that.
Oh.
So it matters because you don't want to say it. See?
So it doesn't matter.
They be lying.
Then.
I don't know.
He has looping, trapping questions.
Right, because if it doesn't matter, then like if I was like, does it matter if I ask you what you ate for breakfast? No. What'd you eat for breakfast? Pancakes.
Yeah. I had waffles.
So if do body counts matter? No. What's your body count? Mind your business.
Yeah, defense.
It matters then, right?
Yeah.
Some about it matters.
Do you think men and women can be just friends?
Yeah.
So if you asked your best straight,
I don't. We talked about that.
I'm like, you know what? I'm more on the defense of that. I'm kind of like at that too. It depends.
I don't.
Single guy.
If she's ugly, then yes.
Even then, I don't.
But see, the real question is your wife or girlfriend at the time going to allow it?
No. If we say in all true answers, men and women can't really just be friends. If your wife or girlfriend allows it, she would rather you not have a female friend.
Okay, I agree.
Is all the answers are like no.
You might be right.
Date you or hook up, what do you think he would say?
Probably hook up.
So then you can't be friends.
Okay, but that's because I'm pretty.
Oh, she said she gave the Chris answer. She was like, if you ugly, maybe.
Hey, you ugly is no
privilege.
Good.
What are the characteristics of a narcissist?
Someone who's never wrong. Someone who.
What are the characteristics of a narcissist?
She already has said the wrong answer, but let's continue.
He said, what are the characteristics of a narcissist? She said, someone who's never wrong.
It's like just all into themselves and doesn't care about anyone else.
Incorrect again.
Anything.
Narcissist.
I think this is something that women do too. Like medically, 2.5% of the population are diagnosed with narcissistic disorder. But for some reason, every woman got an ex that they dated that was a narcissist. It's statistically impossible. Most of us have never met a narcissist because they're so rare in the community.
I know some, but they're patients.
You probably think you know people who you feel like are selfish or they've done you wrong, but narcissists are truly unempathetic towards things. Like the actual, if we're going by medical anyway, if we're going by what the cultural idea of a narcissist is, then okay, maybe. But medically, they are 2.5% of the population. Most of us have probably never encountered a person who was an actual narcissist, let alone date one. Like it's so cousin to sociopath. People don't meet sociopaths. They don't come across them, and if they do, they probably get murdered by them. But like they're just rare. It's a rare find. So I think not just women. I think men and women do this. That all of their exes are narcissists, so they can feel like validated in whatever happened in that relationship. You'll have a relationship with two people, both of them will leave it and call each other narcissists, and probably not.
Mm-hmm. It's someone who consistently lies and can't admit their wrongs, flips it on you.
Not really caring about other people's feelings and just being too into themselves, I guess.
Could you date somebody who was a narcissist?
I don't know. Sometimes I kind of feel like I'm a narcissist at times.
In the age of social media, what percentage of modern...
Yo, why she look like Owen Hart?
women are narcissists?
I don't know.
Who takes more selfies, men or women?
There's that pass again. Skip.
Oh, definitely women.
Is that not narcissistic behavior?
I guess, kind of.
Who faces more rejection, men or women?
Men. Stop thinking about it. What are you talking
Trying to
about?
find a loophole, that's why.
What are you thinking about? Men. Oh my
Honestly,
God.
I want to say men.
Doesn't that humble you?
I kinda, yeah.
She's like, I want to tell the truth, but it's going to sound bad. So I want to lie.
Yeah.
In the age of social media, what percentage of modern women are narcissists?
All of them.
Yeah, Deb. See, I want to agree with her, but I just went on my rant. Like, so I got to keep it honest. The real answer is about 1.25 because women are half the population, and I'm sure.
Added 98% on it.
No, I'm gonna say 2.5% of women are narcissists because they're all of the narcissists, and men are narcissists. So the percentage of narcissists in the population is 2.5%, and all of them are women. Can I do that? That's how I'm gonna.
So, is it men's fault for not wanting to date women, or is it women's fault for being undateable?
It's men's fault for becoming tricks.
What does that mean?
They became
Press
tricks.
pause. Press pause. Oh my God! I might have fallen in love because you are now speaking my language.
Now you talking my language.
You are speaking my language, young lady. OMG! Absolutely. Jamal, I'm sorry. Slide that jacket over to the men.
I know.
That is a humongous shot that she just threw. And yes, she is 250% correct. 250% correct.
Who says that? People either say 100% or 1,000%. Why 250%?
Laser shot. Man.
Husbands.
Tricks like the cereal?
No, tricks like the niggas
It's
that
like
give
the
money that
cereal,
buy
too.
weave, nails, and everything else.
Slide
a
it
bitch
over some
need.
more, Jamal. Oh
You
my
know,
gosh.
Why?
Why? She got enough. She can't keep spinning.
No.
This is not a rap battle. She just keep getting points.
Because what was that show? Dang, what's that show on ESPN? They're like, and they saying the right stuff, and you getting the likes.
Yeah. I forget what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. I'm listening, young
Cuff a
lady.
nigga when you already getting a whole meal for free.
In the age of social media, what percentage of modern women are narcissists?
A lot of them. Probably a lot.
So is it men's fault for not wanting to date them, or is it women's fault for being undateable?
I think that there is some females that realize that that need to realize that you can
When men think they're superior, we call it chauvinism, but when women think they're superior, we call that feminism.
because women are superior.
To who?
Wait, what? That's the answer? Because it's true?
I just said to who? I'm curious. How's she
Bad
gonna,
to say?
how's she gonna clean this
I
up?
don't think women are narcissists. I think most men are.
Okay.
Of course.
Who takes more selfies, men or women?
Women, of course. I would hope so.
Wouldn't that mean that women are more narcissistic?
Yeah, maybe. You might be right.
Who takes more?
He'll be backing them in the corners.
Women don't like
I want
to
to
be
see his
backed in
notebook.
corners.
Huh?
Women don't like to be backed in corners.
Nah, they don't. I want to see his notebook though. Like, how does he structure these questions and know what the response is going to be and have
probably does a test run on.
Oh, that might be. And then he just writes down what how they answered. Then he goes back.
I used to do
with
that
the
when
facts.
I was younger. I used to have like 30, 40 questions, and I promise you, this is when I was very like social. This is before social media, stuff like that. And I think I had like 30 or 40 questions, and I literally handwritten them, and I asked every girl that I knew, and I think I asked like maybe 40 like girls like these questions, and I had everything in a notebook from questions from what the girls like, they dislike, what they like in guys, Man, I wish I had that still.
That's interesting. I wish you had it too, because we read it on the show.
Yeah, I wonder how. Yeah, boy, oh boy, the stuff that I've written down.
Selfies, men or women?
Woman.
Who faces more rejection, men or women?
Men.
So wouldn't you say that men are more likely to be humble?
Look, men logical. Ain't no thinking. The answers are obvious. If you ask who takes more selfies, men or women, and you're like, shut up, yo. Shut up.
Well, man, my flip phone don't even have a camera on there.
Shut up.
Yeah. Why would a woman choose to be a stripper as opposed to just having an OnlyFans?
I tell you why, because ain't nothing like shaking that ass for some cash. Okay? Strippers is winning all 2022. Don't even play with the strippers right now. I don't want to be on OnlyFans. I want to be in a strip club like, hey, do it like a show B-Day, baby. I'm just playing.
You ain't playing. She ain't playing. She did serious. I ain't mad at her though.
Welcome to America's Mind. If you're just joining us or you've been here, this is the last time I'm gonna tell you. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you can shake that shit like whatever she was talking about. So you two can bother you when we go online. What the fuck is going on? Like, why is she?
So
why
no
are people
wonder
like
she
this?
used the word tricks. You see, you got to be in that element to know what a trick is, and when you in that element, you never want to be identified as a trick.
I like her, but she's silly.
Those girls in that element.
I like her, but she's silly. Like,
and he said, you talk about like the cereal. It's actually just like the cereal.
she was like, no, like them niggas that spend money on weed.
You know what? look, what did the kids say to the rabbit? Silly
Tricks
rabbit,
are for
tricks is
kids.
for kids. Like, yeah, you on the box, but you ain't eating none of this.
You silly rabbit. Tricks are for
It's
kids.
cereal for us. Don't give a dang what you say. Yeah,
Yo,
you
why?
on the box. Tricks might even be your name, but it ain't for you, pimp.
Why was every cereal mascot not allowed to eat their cereal? Like, that was the whole concept of having a mascot.
Wait, Tony the Tiger never ate his cereal?
Tony the Tiger was the only gangster out of, like, the Lucky Charms dude couldn't get the Lucky
The
Charms.
kids used to steal his stuff.
The Tricks rabbit couldn't
They
get
used
the
to
Tricks
withhold
cereal.
it from him.
Tony the Tiger
the
was the
Cookie Crisp guy
only.
used to go get thrown in jail trying to eat the
Yeah, he
cookies.
would be getting thrown in jail trying to get cooked. Tony the Tiger was the only gangster who would show up with a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Like, y'all want some Frosted Flakes? Like, why was he the only one that was allowed to actually eat the cereal? Everybody else is like, you can't have this cereal. Get back on the box.
Wait, with the Rice Krispies, did they eat their stuff?
Ooh, they did. That's different because I think the insinuation is that they made it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
I don't think they ate it either. Tony Tiger is like the only one I think I've seen that eat a bowl of it.
Or have any
And
of
then,
it.
and then Fruity Pebbles.
The Tricks
they're-
rabbit,
they're-
I never seen him eat Tricks.
No,
he never
the
got
kids-
it.
If any, he tried to eat it. Them kids
He
was
never
on.
won.
They snatched that box from him in a heartbeat.
The Lucky Charms leprechaun, he needs to be Lucky Charms. He never
He was always
got
trying
it.
to hide it from the kids, and they find it. The marshmallows and stuff. He was trying to, because he already knew that cereal would diddly squat without the marshmallows. He knew it. He tried to take all the marshmallows out. They hunted him down too.
And then it was the Lucky Charm, Cookie Crisp bandit, and it was like a dog that just kept him away from the
kept him away from
cereal.
the cereal. Yeah, he was always thrown in jail.
He get thrown in jail for trying to eat the cereal. Like, what is that? I want to know what that was about in the 80s and 90s. Like, why couldn't the cereal
that
mascot?
cereal was kind of weak.
Cookie Crisp?
It was. I'm like,
We not finna debate about. First of all, waffles are better than pancakes. Cookie Crisp is awesome.
Cookie Crisp is not better.
It was
than
like
Cocoa.
All right, it's not top tier. It's not. What's the best cereal? What's the best like kid cereal of all time?
Ooh.
This not. See, I feel like you acting like those chicks who are like, who takes more selfies? The answer to me is obvious. I'm gonna let you think about it though.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
and that's what it is. Like, I don't know why you were thinking so long. Like,
because there's some other stuff that's good.
I mean, sure, all of them are good.
That cinnamon bun, but that's a rip off of
the cinnamon mini buns. They don't make those no more.
Those was good.
Those was the shit. I was like, where?
Man, they came in a different wrapper.
You know, at 40 years old, I be at the store like, why don't they make cinnamon mini buns?
Man, as soon as you crack that open,
I bought another cinnamon bun cereal. This is this year. I went to the store just looking at the cereals. And I saw a cinnamon bun cereal, and I was like, "Ooh, what if that tastes like cinnamon mini buns?" And I bought it just to see. It didn't, but but that cereal was fire, son. That cinnamon mini buns. Oh my god!
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, you gotta pour small bowls because that best get soggy.
Y'all people under 35 don't know what I'm talking about, but cinnamon mini buns.
Those was fire.
They was expensive too, so you couldn't always get them.
The cinnamon truck on the front of it.
Yeah. Oh,
man. Those could have single-handedly knocked out Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Easy.
Maybe.
Easy.
That's it.
It came in a different
taste
wrapper.
It in my brain.
It came in a different wrapper. Like, it was preserved.
I know the taste in my head, and I'm like, where is that? Where's the formula for it, and why aren't they using it? Because what is going on?
They like, these kids got too much sugar.
God.
We can't have that out there. They buy a whole box of sugar.
And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to an emergency meeting live from Romania.
All right, so we're finna listen to some Andrew Tate nonsense. I know some of you hate it. We don't care. I know he's banned. We don't care. We go play him on our show. This is America's Mind, America's favorite show. We play what we want. I dare YouTube to ban it. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry. I went too far. That's not what I didn't mean that. If you want us to take it down, we'll take it down.
And we don't, you know what? Like my brother said, we do a great job of just taking snippets of these videos.
Yeah, we don't be watching people videos.
And then we
anyway.
kind of.
I mean, we be watching them, but we don't.
But you know, we can do snippets at a time. It's fine.
Hold on. All right, so here we go. Oh, this is an emergency meeting. It was between Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, Sneako, and some guy. I think his name is Jay Waller. I don't know what the emergency was about, but it's interesting content because all these guys are like red pill kings or whatever. I don't think we're red pill. One of our fans said we're exposing the wicked ways of modern women, and I released a short about that, and people kind of agreed that we are.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, when do we do that? We just actually watch, just like we just did now, watch what women say and agree or disagree.
Yeah, but that's fine.
The wicked ways of modern women are exposed by modern women. We don't have to expose them. They do it to themselves. What's that line? We just give them the rope. We just give them the rope.
We're selling
they kick the chair.
Give everyone watching the stream, let's say you all had half a $1 billion, $500 million. You do a bunch of hedonistic bullshit. You'd get drunk a bunch, you fuck a bunch of girls, and you buy a bunch of cars, etc. And then you'd either completely fall into the hedonistic trap and go down the gambling and drugs route and destroy your life. But if you keep your brain on and you stay sane, you start to realize that the most valuable things are staying in good shape,
I agree,
looking after yourself,
I agree.
The simple things, spending time with people you love, and hanging with your boys. Hanging with your boys is the number one most interesting activity that's ever going to exist on the planet ever.
I agree.
It's weird how people say Andrew Tate is dangerous because he really just tells dudes to do this. And yes, there's like a foolish character kind of satire thing that surrounds him. Like some of the things he says are foolish, but we know they're foolish. He's doing it on purpose.
Yeah. Well, you have, to have some charisma.
One of the things people got mad at, he was like, if you pass out, I'm not giving you CPR because that's gay or whatever. People are like, oh, there's a little bit of satire based around that, right?
Yeah, no, I
it's
get
like
it.
Not all the way serious. But this is the stuff that he says, and it be facts.
I mean, okay, so because see, at a certain point of a man, and this is what he's talking about. So that's where I think a lot of people don't understand, because they be like, "Oh, is this all men?" It's like it could be all men. He's talking about at a more mature state where the ripping, the running, the BSing, the gambling, the slickster stuff is over. And it's like you're going into that maybe the family man role, mature dad role, hubby role, whatever. And it's like, yeah, at a certain point, it's work. Come home, have a little bit of work at home, things to do, make sure this and that. You got some good friends that are in the same waters as you.
The trenches.
And you guys have relatable, like it's crazy. Like even like for me, like I'm not married now, but it's crazy where it's like I had a whole bunch of single people that I like hung out with a lot, talked to a lot, conversed with a lot, and now more of my crowd that I kind of converse with on a regular basis. Everybody, I'm like the only one that's not married.
Yeah, you're going in the right direction. You'll be there soon.
So
I
it's
already
like
see it.
It's kind of like whoa, like it's like a weird shit, but not weird in a sense like that, but it's just amazing like how it just did it on its own.
Yeah.
And men that are the same or in living the same lifestyle don't do stupid stuff. See, that's the one thing that's not like exercise.
It's that birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly. Because see, the average woman, I don't make it like I'm tabooing the bashing women, because the average woman would think if 2 or 3 guys are together that they're gonna get into some nonsense, and it's like, to be honest with you,
it depends who you with. Yeah.
Like, Chad, I'm with Rob. Like, all 3 of us are gonna drive our own cars to this place. We're gonna. Yeah, we'll probably order some BS off the menu, something that we know you won't let us get away with.
And we gonna start clocking out around 12 o'clock.
Yeah, we might wash down a beer or 2. And then, once the game is over or whatever we're doing or watching, it's like, let me go on in. Even if we don't even have nothing to do, it's like, I don't want to be out at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I actually want to be in a house 10:30ish, 11. My wife might have to go to work.
Hang out, go home early so we can hang out on 2K.
Yeah, hang out at home. I'm not even gonna say
I'll hit you on Xbox Live, yo.
I'm married. I'm like, well, when I get married, like, hey, try to have sex with my wife because she got to get up and go to work, in the morning. I don't want to hear that. I gotta get up.
Let me get it in before she got a headache.
It's the funnest thing there is to possibly do. To sit around in the room with your guys and talk shit. And that's what you said earlier about we could be in Indiana, just sitting there
fucking it up.
We can end up broke in the Philippines with $25 in the bank, and we will laugh. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. It's all about the people who are around you.
I agree.
And there's something that's intrinsic to men. We definitely evolved with it. I think it's because we spent so much time either in groups out hunting or in armies or gangs or whatever we were doing. You just feel better when you're around people that you can trust with your life.
I agree.
And that's certainly the best thing about life. And yeah, I completely understand what you're saying, and I know what you guys are saying. But for me personally, the reason I stream is to try and find the other people out there who I might want to be friends with. Because when you're an exceptional individual, you're never going to meet friends in normal life. It's very rare. I don't know about you guys.
That's kind of true.
I think so too.
Because see, you meet good people. Like, he's talking about like when you work. Like, I've been lucky to be good friends with some people that I've worked with. Like when I talked about Josh.
Yeah.
And the thing that he was dealing with in cancer. Like, Josh was somebody that I met working at my first security job back in 2010.
I think most friends that dudes have in adulthood they probably met either it's gonna be from a hobby that y'all share or work.
hobby or work. Yeah.
Yep. It's
like men can be best friends like that.
Yeah.
Dude. Like it's crazy. Like if he's not on the BS or the riffraff and it's kind of like he's a cool dude, it's kind of like, okay, like, bro, all right, yeah, we all, okay, we on the same page. Okay, yeah. You know, women will be looking like, hey, it's your best friend.
And our same page is more broad. Like we don't need to agree with everything.
Yeah.
Our same page is more like.
Our same page is like, you're not gonna get in our way.
Yeah,
like my
something
wife's
like that.
not gonna be mad that I'm talking to you. My kids ain't gonna feel weird that you're cool with me. You're not gonna affect my household of income.
I think women are more agreeable with each other, and that's probably why they fell in as a group. Like, have you ever? How often?
I don't know. I disagree with that. I think women are vicious towards each other.
I think women don't. Like, if a woman thinks a girl is a hoe, I think she don't even hang out with her in the first place.
No, absolutely. So she makes that. That's what I'm saying. That makes her more vicious.
But when they're friends, and one of their friends or one of the women in the group do something that even like the women don't disagree with, I think they'll still affirm that thing. Like, oh, girl, it'll be
like
okay.
Like a woman with a best friend can never call another woman a best friend. Like that's instant. Like, wait, who? Your wife, right? Not to put her on the show like that. Your wife called another woman best friend, and then her best friend be ready to fist fight her. Like, wait, who's that? I don't know who she is.
Probably.
But if you was like, oh yeah, Chris, I got like 3-4 best friends. Like, yeah, you know, okay, yeah, for sure.
I think dudes only have best friends. Like, you either our best friend or our associate.
Like family, yeah. And
family, best friend, associate. Like, that's all our friends of our best friends.
Yeah, like we'll mix. I like to mix people in like a family setting. Like if you do something for me that's like beneficial, and I don't mean it has to be money, but I'm just saying like if I was just in a weird space in my mind and you bail me out of there by talking to me or something like that, it's like, oh man, you family, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your kids, I'm up, you know what I'm saying? Like, something happens to you, you know, I'm there. I got to catch up with my boy Dante since I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Good guy. You know, he's family. You know, so, yeah, no, you're right. Like, you know, we keep it at a simple level. Like, women can't have 2-3 besties. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. She catch her slipping saying bestie. Like who? Like, I thought I was bestie.
Nah,
like,
I always say like
fight.
women they act like a fraternity of cops. Like there could be bad cops, and the good cops will protect the bad cops. Like, so that's what I mean by I don't think they're as combative. I think men are more combative, especially about if we think something is bad behavior. Whether we're right or wrong, we'll still bump heads about. We'll have a discussion about whether or not this is bad behavior or good behavior. We disagree.
See, that's the thing that kills me too. That when women off the fly, they will never hang out with somebody that's not like them. Never. So it's like they're able to identify something
the bad
quick. You know what I mean? But then it's not applied in other categories.
That's something to be examined. We need somebody in anthropology or whatever field that is.
Women, like you said, like good girls don't hang out with hoes.
No.
Not even close.
No.
Not even close. Like, because what's the first rebuttal she gonna have? I can't be out with her. Cause then if she's a hoe, then they gonna be thinking I'm one. And I'm not. So they don't want to even be they don't want to be labeled into it.
But I think it changes when women start growing into different positions. Like I wonder if married women can have single friends.
I'm gonna say I think they could be cool with them to a degree. I think because see it depends. Because their lifestyle can be totally different. Like if this girl's trying to find love and she in love, it's always gonna be that, oh my God, girl just was with this guy, and then it's gonna be like she has to hear that. Then once she's done ranting, oh, how's you and Jamal? Oh, everything's good. You know,
that's what I mean.
So
women are always going to be jealous of each other. Like, we know that. So, like, say there's a single friend. That single friend is going to have a group of single female friends that she just picked up. They're stragglers, right? They're going to be like her side, go out to the bar.
Yeah, their goal is going to be to try to take the married woman out.
It might not be their goal, but I think they would take the opportunity. Because, like, why wouldn't you want to add? Okay, so like if you're single, man or woman, and you're trying to meet people, then you end up having a group of people that go out. So when you're going out, you don't call your homies in a relationship to go out to get girls at the bar.
Unless you try to do something silly, then you call your wild card.
If you a good person, you don't do that shit. Right?
And if you want to do the silliness, I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna have one or two married people.
But that's different.
Jay's going with me, marry,
Oh, if you're trying to cover for yourself.
Yeah, it's a smoke screen.
I mean a flock of women who are going out to get hunted.
Yeah.
You don't call the married girl to come with you. She just gonna slow y'all down.
Yeah. She's not even gonna want to participate in it anyway.
Yeah.
And if she does, like you said, she's ready to be back in the bed. She's ready to be back in the room by 9 o'clock.
So I don't think it's intentional. I just think when you're like a married person, man or women, but we talking about women right now, right? A married woman is gonna have, if she has single friends, her single friends are gonna have a flock of single friends. And when that married woman comes into a struggle, and which she will, because that's what marriage is, the flock of single friends is going to be like, come over here with us. They might not know that that's what they're doing, but I think that's what happens.
No, I agree with that. It could be.
I've seen that happen in like my friends' relationships or whatnot.
Yeah.
Where it was like, ugh.
Well, that's why, when you start to move on in different places and spaces and things like that, it's not saying that you're turning your back on anybody. It's just everybody's not meant for you to go to the next level with certain things. And so marriage is a big level up on certain things. So like, yeah, your single homies and, certain homegirls and other things like that, like, or even certain friends that could jeopardize your thoughts while being married will be, if I had like a weird mindset, your wife would not approve.
No.
You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, no, Chris cool, but nah. You can't hang out with him.
Yeah, true.
Like, she gonna pull the plug on that. Like, she like, I'm gonna give you 3 months. Try to wiggle away.
You get the probation, the 90-day probation.
And you meet a friend. Everyone I meet's a fucking idiot. It's crazy, right? So the internet, the best thing that's done for me is allow me to broadcast my message to people and find the other people out there with a fucking brain. And there's not that many. But yeah, hanging with your boys is certainly the best thing about life. To this day, with all the money and the shit I can do, that I would rather be sitting in the war room with Tristan and Luke calling each other names than doing nearly anything else. It's the best thing there is to do.
Before Myron answers,
because money doesn't bring pure happiness, so I agree.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
sure.
How much do you do this now for money, and how much do you really care about waking people up?
Okay, so I don't need money anymore. Money to me truly has no value. And I say that, and people don't believe me because they understand that every rich person is trying to get more money. Because it's a game. Yeah, it's like getting a high score. But for me, truly, if someone were to walk in this room and put $25 million cash on this table, I have nothing to buy, and my life would change zero. It doesn't mean anything. I don't need it, right? I like the fact that I can do what I do, and I like the idea of being able to do it forever. But this is not financially motivated for me. It is about expanding my influence. It is about expanding my network. It is about expanding my capabilities. It is about finding the other people out there who think the way I think. It is about having them in an environment.
Me and his mindset are kind of similar. I feel the same way about money myself, and I don't have nearly as much as him, of course. But I feel the same way.
I think men in general feel that way about money. That it's not necessarily.
Some do, but there's some that chase it too much. You could chase money too much. You'll never conquer it.
Yeah, but we know like those are the dudes that be having the shit that you're not supposed to be outside in the first place. Doing too much, trying to show it too much. Like there's some dudes that want money so they can be clout chasers. They chase money like clout.
Yeah.
And then there's some dudes that want money as a resource so they can
like money
so they can be
solve
just
like
comfortable.
some problems with if that require money to be solved. You know what I mean? Like health. If your health declines, you could have millions of dollars.
Like where you live, how safe is your car? Where your kids go?
Yeah.
Like money's a resource for those things. Some dudes like want the freaking
used in that. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that. What he's saying.
Yeah, some dudes use it so they can lure in clout chasers.
Yeah, that's what the girl called those type of guys already.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So to a degree, it's certainly about advancing the mission. I feel
You're
like I
right.
have a duty to God to speak the truth because I'm in a unique position where I can speak the truth and many can't. I like the idea that I get thousands and thousands of messages from people saying I've helped them with their mental health and helped them with their depression, etc. I like being a positive impact on the world. I like going to sleep with a pure heart and knowing that I'm good for the planet. But truthfully, I think everything you do, no matter what it is, has a selfish motivation. Even if you go and give money to charity today, you're doing it so you feel good.
Facts.
That's why you're doing it. Everything is selfishly motivated. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a philanthropist. I feel good when I help people. That's why I do it. It's not just about helping them. It's also because of how I feel. And also when I meet interesting people and I get good friends and powerful individuals join the war room, for example, that benefits me massively. Now my network's expanded. So it's certainly selfishly motivated, but it's not money. And yeah, I think there's inside of every single man, there's definitely a rebel. There's definitely a warrior. It doesn't matter if you were a punk rock rebel in the 70s or you were one of the rebels of Rome who just said, fuck this, let's go burn it. There's something inside of you that's a bit of a rebel. And if you're a red-blooded male and you see the world we live in today and how the Matrix is suppressing us all, you want to rebel. And
I usually agree with the things he's saying. It's like I try to figure out why people don't. I understand there's a bit of controversy, but you
could be so right that people will make you wrong.
Yeah.
And that's it, and that's the thing.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, you could be so right on things that you will be wrong. And like I said before, like with the way things are now, a lot of people can voice their opinion and exercise their opinions in so many different ways. You know what I mean? Like it's like how we could watch his stream and just imagine if he has 700,000 people watching.
Yep.
But just imagine 10 people click dislike.
Right.
Just 10. You know what I mean? And now you getting a message pop up on your screen, or you getting an email from the platform.
You just see the negative coming in.
Exactly. And everything is focused on the negative too much, and it's not focused on the positive point of view of it. And that's the saddest part.
And that needs to change.
I agree.
That needs to change.
Because I don't want to ramble too much and I'll be done with it. But you see it, you definitely see it in relationships. You see it in corporate America. You see it at work. You see it in these things, and it's like, you could be, Jay even said it in the song, I got 99 problems. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's where I feel like that goes with the bigger fish to fry, like I was talking about. Why is it like that? Things are too ridiculous, that it's like, you can have so much positive influence. I mean, even in our channel, we don't have many people for right now, but just imagine 1 or 2 people click dislike, you know what I mean? What that does to us.
They do.
That's fine.
It's usually on the videos where we have a lot of likes on our little clips. There's going to be some people, like if this is a clip, and there's going to be people who hate Andrew Tate, and if we say something good about him, they're going to click dislike.
Automatically,
they don't like without even listening, really.
Yeah, that's fine.
But not that we even had like a polarizing discussion. It's just that we're talking about him in the first place.
The reason I just say this again for myself, the reason why I dislike things for myself, because I've either tampered with it myself, literally, and that I've figured out for myself that I didn't like it, or somebody dear to me that was dealing in whatever it was they were dealing, and I seen how it affected them, and I was like, if they did that to you, I'm sure they'll do that to me. So I don't want to be a part of that.
Yep.
So I always go by my own personal feelings versus getting on some type of scale and looking like, majority of people don't like them, so I don't like them then. Like, that's trash to me.
I think that's a good principle to have. I think that's a good principle to end the show on. We're at 2.5 hours.
Hey.
Yo, if you're here, if you've been here, We are heading out. Before you leave, hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so YouTube can bother you every time we go online. And that is definitely the last time I'm going to tell you. I'm Jamal Williams.
And I am Christopher Barris.
And we are America's Mind. Hey, I'm going leave off on something special today. Let me see.
Mind. You put this back up.
Oh. It's for the championship. Oh, he came out like show enough. Let's go.
He had a cape on.
Flailing good. I get a flailing an 8. Let me see what the pass out like. What is the feint like?
Done it yet.
I ain't like the feint. I feel like he cushioned it by getting down first. Oh wait. Okay, all right. See, I feel like he might have a bad back. He might have been, when he was in his prime, I felt like he could have took the feint from the stand, but he has to get on his knees to take the feint now.
I'm looking at
see, that's what I'm talking about. Feint from the stand. Oh, knees are good. Got the Megan Thee Stallion knees. The flailing is good.
I just cannot believe that.
Oh, feint with the assist. He brought in a new element. It's like the dunk contest when they get somebody to throw it up for him. He grabbing the shoulder of the announcer to feint. That's what I'm talking about.
So much fun with this.
All right, y'all. We out of here.
Wait, one more.
Oh,
this is
better knees.
Look see the moves. Okay.
Oh, from the knees to the stand, back to the knees to the feint. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I thought he wanted to check. Oh, slow motion feint. And he said he killed himself. He said he got the wave cap on. Oh, we got the robot and the wave in it. Oh my God. He killing the game. He killing the game. The game, son.
This is...
We ain't nobody better than that.
This is a deep now. I'm like, who's next now?
He killing the game. He brought all kind of cultures into that. He did the robot, the wave. He leaned back, and his feint was from we out of here.
On this episode.
That's something that I didn't plan.
Thank y'all so much. Hey, we did say we was gonna do some funny stuff, about, again,